me I tell you, brother. Good evening, good night, good morning, good afternoon, worldwide. We are the Titans, and we're there. You may expect full house tonight, you know. I mean, I make pastor, we can come pray
Yes.
because, hey, well, bend up some iron on there and I melting pot, I melt it up, you know. Yes, and yeah, man, see, when me I tell you, man, see my brother Byron, they have around 500 sledge carrying Byron.
All right.
Sledge last year, I have some run at you know. So everything we do tonight, you know, we're not play with them, no other people. We're not play with them. So tonight, sure, hey, you know, every week we at time. We don't know it go on your son. Right? Same. But here it is. The first thing we want to start out, Pam. Christopher Tufton run out and say they might open down there, so. Down a beryllium. Around 20 billion. And I know them say they might open it at the administration part. The man come market with that PR, you know, brother.
Yes.
Brothers and sisters, the man do PR, you know. In a them time, Tufton go around there from 2017. That can't open, you know. People can't get the service down there, you know. Down there's a mess, you know. And the man go open the administration part. For just to PR and say the hospital open. It's a goddamn disgrace. It's a goddamn disgrace for Jamaica. That couldn't be PNP, you know. You have Big Mama and all of them run out long time on PNP. PNP couldn't have that 1 year, 2 year and go. Can you imagine? From 2017 till now, it's 8 years. 8 years. Them come in 2016, they work on it from 2017. And I know that can't done. And them talk about an overrun and the people make mischief. Tough time to go sing on, by the way. Brothers, by the way, before we even start the show, you know, because you know what we do, we look a preview and tell you know. And then we're going to beat them on the Apacrolyps thing, Steve, right? Because, you know, see the man check me at Andrew Holness. Andrew Holness, Andrew are the biggest Judas, you know. Trick him, I try to trick him, you know.
Yes.
And give him them thing the way him know say tongue or wall, because them don't want him to them want that part brother-in-law in the seat. Yeah? But it not work. Because some mother say over him dead body, not over him dead body, not work. See? So Andrew Holness, him get checkmate. And a good thing him get checkmate. You understand? Because him is nastiness. They have to checkmate him. See? And then by the way, I see them say them a turn on some water. This woman dress up like chicken foot a man and attack some stupid this. For a point it out. Andrew Holness, make them video this. You know, you say you're a farmer, you know, come in there, farm clothes, you dress up like chicken foot. I'm gonna show it. And then my next one say, I buy fish. Only for one with Andrew Holness. Andrew Holness is garbage. Him called PMP. Come call PMP dog. That's so out of order. Yeah, he not about him, you know, brother. Yes? Before we start, make my brother them, you know, send for them open in peace. And then we start drop some of our start the show. Yes, melting pot.
Go ahead, melting pot. Go ahead.
Yeah, man, greetings and blessings once again to everyone out there tuning in tonight. Well, you know, so much has happened in the past few days, and we have to come here to come address it. Because we see some things were happening in Jamaica where not pleasing for the eye. We see the policeman manangle a little 15-year-old school youth, tear off him clothes, mash him up physically, and then disrespect the mother. So you know we have to come talk about that tonight. And we see the health sector now deteriorate badly as it relates to AIDS. You know we have to touch that to people. Because right now the health minister now go on good on a long time we have pointed out. But under FEMA ministry, the most money spent in health in Jamaica, but we don't see where it do nothing to benefit the people. Now we have a crisis as it relates to the rising numbers in AIDS in various parishes. That spell disaster. So right now, tonight we have to come hold the platform under a certain administration because beating time tonight, no people. I'm a bend up on them tonight, me I tell you around here. And you know the pastor soon tune in to come pray for them, you know. Because they need prayer. Yeah, man, they need prayer. And don't forget, Byron have to investigate them. Sir B have to investigate them tonight because you know I'm a general on them thing there, you know. So right now tonight, act.
Don't move.
Yes, my brother.
Don't move, Pat. Now you tell me everyone, Campbell. Me want Pastor pray for him before I put him outside. Because you can't see where him does right. Shut your F. That a total disrespect. So we're at this year and send you back where you come from because he's a piece of shit. What PMP has done different. PMP with PJ Patterson. PJ robbed the country, a piece of shit, yo. And your mama and your papa robbed the country. Tell me what PJ robbed. I come and say you're garbage. He's a labor right garbage. JLP and them do the same thing. He's a piece of garbage. I'm gonna flush you. Yes, my brother.
Make him stay, man. We can teach him some lesson.
He must have flushed him and tell him about the F him have no manners. We're a big man. So when him come out and talk these things, yeah, you understand? Him is a piece of shit. When we go say shut the F, we have to put him outside and then him can't where PMP rob. The car partition rob not your piece of shit, yo. Yes? Come with the proof. You see, that's what I mean say he's an nastiness. If you say shut the F, shut the fuck up your talk, come off, he's a piece of shit. We have a style, yo. If him didn't want to, brother, if him didn't want to look at talk and we want to teach him, you can't come this way. We don't take this. We're not gonna do that. Go on there, so we not do that. You two stink. Yes, my brother. Yes, Byron.
All right. You know, I mean, as it relates to what we are seeing unfolding with the Jamaica Labour Party, and we ask ourselves this question, that after 9 years, right, we have seen that the Jamaica Labour Party, right, has done nothing for Jamaican people and now found itself in what we call a conundrum.
Yes.
Where we have seas of problems that plague the Jamaica Labour Party as it relates to corruption, you know, transnational crimes, and God he knows. We are now, you know, looking at a situation that a Jamaica Labour Party that is so-called seeking a third term. Right, we are more than confident that it is not going to be a third term. But obviously, Jamaica Labour Party members of Parliament, right, will be looking to face some prison term. And there's no joke. Let me just say this clear. As it relates to the new journey, as it relates to the Integrity Commission, and you have a new chief at the helm, and you don't have a corruption prosecutor, right, who is a political operative. Now, what we are going to get going forward is what we call transparency, which we well deserve. And the Integrity Commission investigators, right, are going to do Jamaica the honors in terms of investigate and execute accordingly. It is not that we are saying that, okay, all right, we are asking if this government is corrupt. We are not asking that. We are saying to the entire world that this Jamaica Labour Party is extremely corrupt. We have evidence that the best minds in Jamaica, when we put these evidence forward, they cannot refute it. We know very well that, yes, you are going to have naysayers who have what we call a myopic brain. So, I mean, they can't think out of the box. They are boxing as it relates to their cranium. So they will see that, okay, the Jamaica Labour Party, they believe that, okay, They just want to see their party win an election. They don't have no understanding as it relates to good governance. Let me say this, people, and this is very serious. When it comes to good governance, this is where we should all meet at the crossroad. This is where we should all recognize that it's not about PNP. It's not about GLP. It's about Jamaica and moving the country forward. Moving the country forward. I am saying here tonight that if Mark Golding had found himself into the predicament that Andrew Holness found himself, we would hold Mark Golding accountable. Just the same. Just the same. And so then we are saying that we are patriotic Jamaican. Yes, we are Manlyites. But we are Manlyites for a reason, because of the policies as it relates to Manlyites. The policies as it relates to democratic socialism. But democratic socialism stands for what it means, its definition. And what Michael Manley had done through the process of defining democratic socialism. And so then we are here saying tonight that being that we are patriotic, we are putting the country first and foremost, you understand, before any party. So this has nothing to do with Jamaica Labour Party, has nothing to do with People's National Party. We are holding government accountable. It's simple. And let me say this to Jamaica. We know for sure that Andrew Holness created some serious atrocities. And let me say this again before I heal and allow an ex-Titan to go ahead. I am 100% committed to ensure that Andrew Holness and his kleptocratic administration pay the consequence. I am not going to stop. We will continue to reveal the evidence, and even although many of them will deny the evidence, we still all adhere in establishing the evidence and show it to our people. Andrew Holness, take it from me, my Jamaican people, and take it from everyone who is here tonight. I am saying that Andrew Holness is the most corrupted prime minister that has ever passed through the entire Caribbean basin.
The whole world.
This is no joke.
The whole world.
People, this is no joke.
True.
Amen.
The level of damage that Andrew Holness caused to this economy. And you know what, people? You know what? He has the gall wanting to seek a third term. He has the gall wanting to put his name on the ballot. Andrew Holness know. The PSLJ know. The umbrella group of churches know that if you have any other prime minister in this entire Caribbean where his statutory declaration cannot be certified, going almost 4 consecutive years, people think of what I am saying. This could never have done in any first world country. In any first world country. If Andrew Holness cannot get his statutory declaration certified the first year, he would have to resign. He would have to step aside from the politics. Andrew Holness himself knows this. Andrew Holness knows this. Because if Andrew Holness is going to look on what Mark has done, and he said that as a result of what Mark Golding, of what Azan did, he found it that him and Azan cannot work in the parliament. Now look on what Andrew Holness did. And still doing. And so then let me follow Davis, right, as it relates to him, past participle and present continuous tense. Look at what, and let me phrase it for him, because him just going like I'm alone, gifted with English language. So let me shape it for you, Davis, in the present continuous tense. Andrew Holness is still doing some vicious act. Andrew Holness is a criminal.
Yes.
No two way about
Andrew Holness is Mystic Sensation is telling the world that Andrew Holness knows he is a criminal.
Yes.
And I heal back until later because the steam up, you know.
Before we even start, remember we just started the people, but Pastor Ricky, you know, you're opening the free now because we have to pray for some of them from early. But you're opening to start this year, yes.
Yeah, man. Big respect for the Lonesome, the Godfather, the trendsetter, Lady Angie, blessings, and the grandchildren and kids, everybody in the Lonesome family, bless up. Sir Melting Pot and wife, bless up, and children and grandchildren. Sir Byron, Lady Anne Marie, and the Mystic family, and the children and grandchildren. Everyone in the chat, good night. And tonight we're gonna beat it till the armor bend. None of them criminals, they will not honor them. Father Lonesome, rise up the bomber them. Titans, rise up the bomber. Listen, the Prime Minister should not be on the ballot. The Prime Minister is currently under investigation. Let me just say this. The Integrity Commission, if anybody reads the Integrity Commission report that was tabled in the Congress last year, September, the Integrity Commission under MOU, Memorandum of Understanding, refer for further investigations to FID, the Financial Investigation Division of Jamaica, and TAJ, Tax Administration of Jamaica, for further investigation. A lot of people has forgotten that, you know. Currently, as we're speaking, those two agencies is investigating the Prime Minister for financial crimes. The IC had asked him to explain his massive amount of wealth that he accumulated that his lawful income cannot provide for. And he refused to answer questions, turn over documents. So they had to refer him for further investigation. Never before in the history of Jamaica that we have a general election on our doorsteps and the current incumbent government Prime Minister is under investigation. If you read the IC report, it explicitly clearly states that once the FID has finished and the TAJ has finished their investigation, they should make back recommendation to the IC. And what this criminal did, he took the IC to court because he's behaving as someone who's suspicious of committing a crime. And when you read the IC report, it speaks of money laundering, racketeering, embezzlement, tax evasion, conspiracy to commit investment fraud with Beretta because he didn't have any collateral, but he proposed 3 collateral that he did not have. That's a fraud right there for $50 million loan and abuse of power. Even if for that on the ballot, if for do the honorable thing and step aside because he has brought Jamaica into disrepute, and he's going to be the first Prime Minister to go to prison. And not only him, but a lot of cronies them are going to prison with him, and we will see it come to pass. Back how they used.
We could have started the show. Yes, sir. We knock it though. Hey, we're Titan signature. this. No two about it. 1 a.m.
Start packing because you are going.
What you mean, man? Yeah. Yeah. Thing there, stop call germs name on this now. Damian, man. You see that see that germs and only can come on, man. Nobody can not more germs around that, man. Make ice go deal with that, man. You understand? Ice go deal with that. That no sense, man. See? Ice go deal with that. See? Yes. All right. So me could start from the hospital right now. Me could start from the hospital. See? This guy say me open the hospital today. Gonna play it. The administration part. Yeah? Yeah? Them come out with the administration part, not the hospital. Yeah? Because see this. Watch ya. You saw him today. Look on this now. Now show you the administration part. Watch this. See it, mark? You see it, mark? That's all. Look on the glass. Let me stop it. Where's
General
mark?
administration, yeah.
Look where I'm show. We know the hospital you are open. You might show something when it make no sense. Yeah. Yeah.
We catch him every time. It's crazy.
I show the Prime Minister and this and himself and the Governor General. Where this sir in a hospital? Where this far? Look here.
It's crazy. People are sick.
So yeah, show me something in a little part where the people them are work. And I did say do and I show we say the hospital open, brother. Look here. This are those PR, look here. Where them keep them trophy and all kind of thing, but this far. Look on this. I show look here. The administration part, look here. All right, so tell me something now. So them computer need in a and the A&E emergency. Look on the computer. Look on the desk. Look here. Tough time. This makes sense too, no? Hear this now. Let me show you something now. This is a goddamn shame. Yeah. Hold on. Look here. Look here.
So I'm here at the Cornwall Regional Hospital.
The building there. It's not done.
It was a major PR event put on by the ministry and the Western Regional Health Authority. So they're having a ceremony right now for the opening of the administrative block, which is really the CEO's office and some support staff, procurement, accounting. And I think many people, when they saw the notice board about the opening of Cornwall Regional Hospital, they might have thought that it was for patients and all of that, but no, it's really about a section of the hospital. And the minister today was at pains to say that there's misinformation out there about what the hospital has cost. And he was at pains to say that there was not a cost overrun, but a rescoping, and there's a difference between cost overrun and scoping. But whatever it is, we know that billions of dollars have been spent or allocated, or both, and this still we have no hospital, at least nowhere, no beds are in this building behind me. So where are we with all of this? A lot of PR, a lot of talk, a lot of confusion. What we know as people in Western Jamaica is that we do not have the Cornwall Regional Hospital. We have not had it for a number of years. The minister even went as far as to say if it wasn't for COVID, the hospital would be finished. Another excuse, another reason, another story being spun. But for us as citizens of this region, our concerns are still not being met. we are still without the facilities. And everybody we know in Montego Bay, in St. James, in the western part of Jamaica, all have a story of somebody who has had to come here and stay in a chair, wheelchair, or recliner for multiple days. We all have a story, whether it's a family member, a neighbor, or a friend. And we know what the reality on the ground is. The reality is not pretty. And I mean, just last night I was out there speaking to people who have had experience, just talking about healthcare and lack of access to quality healthcare, reliable healthcare. That is the concern. At this time, I still want to give credit to the doctors, the nurses, all of the support staff who have worked under extreme and unfortunate circumstances still to deliver the best that they can deliver. We have to encourage them and thank them for their service. But the reality is that they have been put under this for many years, and a lot of money, billions of dollars have been spent. Billions of dollars still being spent, and still we have no completion. So another PR move, and we, the PNP, believe that it should be people over PR, not PR over people. And right now, we're seeing a lot of PRing going on right now. But it is what it is. It's what we've become used to by this government. And right now, when the PNP comes to power, we're going to make sure that much of what we see here is fully investigated, and we let the chips fall where they may.
Good. So the chips are far where it lie. I'm going to show you one thing now with the real hospital. See the real hospital are people.
I'll show you up tough then. Okay. Cornwall Regional Hospital, this is brother. 1 week up straight now, brother, them people and I don't not to one bed, you know. Everybody has to sit down in a wheelchair. Move in a wheelchair. Sit down in a chair. Watch your brother. Where health system gone to Jamaica. Not even a bed. The people then can't down the man. Tell me if you totally I start miss this man.
I saw me there, watch me now.
Tough time, you need to go on better.
Sorry.
Man, you need to do better on this. Healthcare system need to fix, man. In a Cornwall Regional Hospital, man. The people are not even a bed for lay down upon. 1 week I had. Watch out. Watch this all come on, I say. A chair, you don't know better. Chair. See there? No, tell no lie.
Can you imagine that? Yes, panelists.
Well,
Can you imagine this?
Lonesome, give me a liquor for him first.
Yeah, man.
I want a liquor for him. And we are going to bring up, the truth to bear. And I'm glad how that young lady came out and, highlight the PR government.
Yes.
It's sad though. It's sad that when the people of Jamaica who elected a government to represent them on their behalf, and this government decided to PR the way out. This government decided to take 200 and 300% raise. Now, this government that skillfully use a permanent secretary and circulate that permanent secretary through various ministries, and now have that permanent secretary appointed to cabinet secretary. I am talking about Audrey Sewell. Let us ask ourselves this question and try to understand that the way how we know it is that people naturally will be promoted as a result of their performance. And we're talking about excellent performance. And people, propel through the ranks. That is the way how it ought to go. Right? I'm asking Jamaica this question. Every single ministry that Audrey Sewell had gone through, that ministry had lost billions, and let me put it their way, billions of dollars unaccounted for. Billions of dollars unaccounted for. We are going to talk the truth now, people. We are going to talk the truth. And so then, Audrey Sewell in her position being, and you know the reason why I am doing this? Because I want the Integrity Commission to now lock their focus on Audrey Sewell. Yes, lock their focus on Audrey Sewell. So let me just define that. Here you have a prime minister who is crooked, a prime minister who is a criminal, decided as it relates to taking a non-performer, Audrey Sewell, and pivoted her to be the cabinet secretary that's responsible for all permanent secretaries. Let us ask ourselves the question, why did Holness do that? Because Audrey Sewell is handing Prime Minister Holness, right, the key towards the treasury through the mediums of nepotism, cronyism, and skullduggery, where we have now $3 trillion, over $3 trillion unaccounted for. So then, how did the Prime Minister come to promote Audrey Sewell to the Cabinet Secretary? In 2008, Audrey Sewell was the permanent secretary, right, for Holness in the Ministry of Education. People, wake up my Jamaica people. What happened to that? Let us ask ourselves this question. What happened to Audrey Sewell in 2008 at the ministry? Well, let us remind the government, this government, what happened. The investigation timeline as it relates to the Integrity Commissioner investigators between 2007 to 2009, this is where Holness had done some bulk of his crime. Yes, my Jamaican people. Audrey Sewell would have been responsible, right, for all accounting mechanism. Account payables, account receivables, and all of that. Audrey Sewell would be the chief protector for the procurement guidelines. But here, under Audrey Sewell, Gavin was put up as the only person who bid on the contract, where it should have never been happened. Audrey Sewell should have ensured that a proper bidding process be done. Now, what happened with the relationship between Gavin and Holness? They have a relationship over 20 years where Gavin is the director for several companies that Holness own. Think of what I'm saying to you people. Holness owns several shell companies, and Robert Gavin and Juliet Holness are directors within some of Holness companies. And Holness influencing contract to go to Gavin. So let me ask Audrey Sewell a question. So Audrey, what sort of investigation did you do in terms of the process? Number one, you definitely breached the process, Audrey Sewell. As it relates to the bidding process, you definitely breached that. Now, when we go to the Ministry of Education, let me ask the question. As it relates to investigation and what established, do we have billions of dollars unaccounted for in the Ministry of Education? The entire world know that it's yes. We have billions of dollars unaccounted for in the Ministry of Education. Andrew Holness, over the period of time between 2008 and present, circulated Audrey Sewell through other ministries. What happened to those ministries? Billions of dollars unaccounted for. And who is still there? Audrey Sewell. So then you tell me now, my people, under Audrey Sewell being the permanent secretary, where billions of dollars unaccounted for under her tenure, she is now promoted to be the cabinet secretary that's responsible for all permanent secretaries. So get the point. Is Audrey Sewell is going to agree that all of the permanent secretaries overlook procurement guidelines? This is the question I'm asking. Why was she promoted? Audrey Sewell had overlooked the procurement guidelines that's supposed to protect the taxpayers. The procurement guidelines existed to protect taxpayers. These are the procurement guidelines that be breached. Now let me give you a next drama. Let me give the Jamaican people a next drama. When we have a criminal like Christopher Tufton being the Ministry of Health, billions of dollars unaccounted for. His permanent secretary, right, he's saying that what happened is that they have problems in terms of the appropriation account not being submitted. Now, people, is that what really and truly the permanent secretary stated? Come on, my people. An appropriation account that's supposed to be submitted annually. When I said annually, I mean annually, on a yearly basis. Then how, if the appropriation account is supposed to be submitted annually on a yearly basis, my God, then under Andrew Holness 9 years, the appropriation account have not been submitted for various ministries. How do you explain as to why the appropriation account have not been submitting for the various ministries over 9 years? How do you explain that? The appropriation account, my people, is going to explain all the expenditures and certain things. So you're going to tell me now that the permanent secretary, right, is operating without that checks and balance. And not only that, Audrey Sewell, who is the cabinet secretary, allowed that to happen. So let me ask Audrey Sewell something. Audrey Sewell, what happened to the appropriation accounts that need to be submitted? What do you need to come out, Audrey Sewell, and tell the Jamaican people what happened to the appropriation account for the Ministry of Health, Ministry of Education, Ministry of Labor? Come out and tell the Jamaican people what happened to the appropriation account for these ministries. Andrew Holness promoted you. Said you are doing an excellent job. And yet, this situation still lingers. And so then within the ministry, where billions of dollars cannot be properly accounted for, we don't have an appropriation account. And so then you just want to dismiss it that, okay, since we cannot find the appropriation account, then we cannot determine what really happened. And I want to leave it there. Cornwall Regional still has not been addressed. When Cornwall Regional started, it started at $2 billion. We have seen the pattern of cost overrun as it relates to the Jamaica Labour Party. As it relates to Audrey Sewell and Audrey Sewell's father, we understood very well what transpired in 1977, where a permanent secretary was killed by Audrey Sewell's father, who decided that the permanent secretary at the time was investigating, and because he was investigating, no money now run. No money now run. So let me ask the Jamaica Labour Party, do you know that that is the culture? That is the foundation where Audrey Sewell existed. So then what are you doing about it? You know now, because we have it on social media, that's the foundation where she sprung from. And what we see in the Jamaica Labour Party right now, many projects, cost overrun. Cost overrun. Let me tell you something, Tufton. You need to be investigated, and you need, based on the judiciary, I agree that our jurisprudence, right, is good enough, right, to deal with the situation accordingly. But I am asking the Integrity Commission to press on and continue their solid work, because I know that the Jamaican people are going to get justice. Christopher Tufton, the Jamaican people, they are going to get their justice. Just imagine, billions of dollars. A project that started over $2 billion for $2 billion has now propelled to what we call looking at roughly about $23 to $27 billion and cannot finish. And no appropriation account can speak towards that. No appropriation account. And this is how you angle taxpayers' money. And you are now asking the taxpayers to give you a third term. You sick out of your head. You sick out of your head. And anybody here in the Jamaica Labour Party would agree that you figure that third term. Who sick? People who sick, they are crazy. They are the crazy. I am telling you. This is despicable in terms of what Andrew Holness administration is doing. And I know that Father God is not going to let him walk free. So Andrew Holness, you know say you are fretting. The Jamaica Labour Party, we know that you are fretting, you know. But let me tell you something. Father God is in the midst. And Father God is going to guide the path. Regardless of the propaganda machine that you have, we are going to break down the propaganda machine and flatline it. I'm telling you, stand tall for the prison term. And I yield back.
Yeah, man. I like how you endorse the speech. Yeah, because I mean, what you said, Byron, 100% true. But I want to, as a reference point, just mention Jamaica as a country, as a blessed land, with a rich history in Christian values and Christian philosophy. A country that has so much definitive description. A country that is known as land of food and water, land of sunshine, paradise, land of reggae music, and many more adjectives. But under this regime, the Jamaica Labour Party, government led by Andrew Holness, we see where all those accreditation that Jamaican have been taken away by this government. Jamaica is now seen as a corrupted country. A country that its leader practice nepotism, cronyism, and corruption. This is the reason why you find Audrey Sewell is being propelled as cabinet secretary. This is the reason why we see various changes being done by Andrew Holness, trying to fix people into position so that when him lose the election, him have support in the leadership race to continue as leader of the Jamaica Labour Party. Because Andrew Holness like to play chess game. But we round here so, now allow Andrew with no PR chess game round here so. Because Andrew don't know nothing more than political science. And most time people them have around him, that are the only thing them have on them resume, political science. And they try to use this as a ways and means of communicating lies to the Jamaican electorate. Trick the Jamaican electorate, con the Jamaican electorate, destroy the whole of Jamaica economy with lies, PR, and con. Now when you look at the health sector and the amount of money that the said Minister for Bad Rice come out and said them spend on health, it marvelous because we don't see nothing as it relates to them some money they spend in the health sector. Because Cornwall cannot finish. The one down Western Jamaica, children and adolescents that can't finish. KPH in a deplorable condition. Them look refurbished work at Spanish Town, not of any consequence because when you look inside a Spanish Town hospital, it not kit out properly with modern equipment. And some old bed and rat and all them things there in the place. Right? So we know Christopher Tufton, Minister for Bad Rice, has not done anything to address the health sector. So we find that the misappropriation of the taxpayers' money, they cannot come and make any definitive answer in regard to the misappropriation of these funds. Because you cannot have a project that commences with a budget of $2 billion, but is now heading close to $25 billion. But yet still, the project has not been delivered. Now it's coming up to the general election. We see the Minister for Bad Rice I do a PR again as it relates to the admin section of Cornwall Regional Hospital being highlighted and presented to the Jamaican public as Cornwall Regional Hospital opening ceremony. This is a goddamn shame. This is garbage. This is trick con lies. This is PR all over again. And we ask the question, when will these garbage from the Jamaica Labour Party learn that PR, lies, trick and con do have no more place in a Jamaican society? With we the titans round here that will never rise, that will be defeated because our people must know the truth. And the truth is that this Jamaica Labour Party government has been running the country under corruption from day one. It was a plan to take office and command of Jamaica and run it as a mafia place. This is why we see all these activities that it relate to high corruption, crime, and theft being exhibited in front of us because them bare face with everything what them do. the amount of cocaine it come from them and them friend. The $3 trillion had them and them friend move that. Everything else where you see as it relates to corruption is a cliques and them a do it. From Petrojam scandal, from Market Me, with all these various activities, we have to ask the question, did Andrew Holness come into politics to serve the Jamaican electorate or to serve himself and his cabinet members? And the answer is the latter. It was only to serve himself and the cabinet members. And this is why we see, as a result, they are handing out Easter bun and cheese because they know the people don't have anything. They're using 16,000 as numerical number to prove that Jamaican people are earning. Jamaican people are not earning anything from having a minimum wage structured around 16,000 Jamaican dollars because that equates to less than $100 US, or just about. And that cannot enhance the life of a family. But these men awarded themselves 200,000 increase on top of some huge salary that they were already getting. So this is why we are here to highlight these people and to prove to the electorate at large that these people are just liars, plain liars. And all they practice is nepotism, cronyism, and corruption. This is why you see all of them now is mixed in it. This is why Audrey Sewell could not reveal the other aspect of her name as it relates to the name Dyer, because that would link to a very high case that took place in the 70s. But Andrew Holness knew very well who she was. And as Mystic Sensation rightly pointed out, Andrew should have known the foundation of who Audrey Sewell is and should have never given her those roles in the same ministry that somebody was killed that was connected to her father. So this is bad on the Jamaica Labour Party. This is bad on Andrew Holness. And this is why the Jamaica Labour Party is in such a decline. It is in a state of disrepair. It cannot even form the next opposition in government. So I'm saying to any other people out there who want to form a party, now is the right time. Because this is a clean sweep. We will not have an opposition. Jamaica will need a new opposition party after the general election in September. And I'm also saying to the electorate, please remember, regardless of what, Parliament will dissolve on the 10th of September. So there will be no more sitting. So if Andrew Holness wants to delay this thing to please himself, him can operate after the 10th of September. Exactly. So it's like a fish out of water.
Exactly. Make them know
so them need to understand, so we run here, so we have everything, you know. We don't need them to come tell we nothing. We is here to correct them because they are liars, deceivers, connivers, criminal at large, and should be all behind bars. And I yield back the floor to another member of the panel.
Pastor Ricky, can them forget them blessing before we start with fire again, you know. I'm here blessing Pastor Ricky. Mash them up, 2 men of them knee cup there, please and thanks.
All right.
Yeah, big up yourself, Father Lord. So listen, everybody that work on the project of Cornwall Regional Hospital or any other health sector hospital need for lawyer up. Let me say it again. On the start, I are liars, all are honor, because honor gonna lose the election, no doubt about it. And there will be a forensic audit to the whole health sector. Now listen, when I calculate up $830 billion missing, stolen, chopped, unaccounted for in the health sector, Father Lonesome, that's 80 billion over $750 million. And when you combine that with the educational, the Ministry of Education, $9 120 billion that's unaccounted for, chopped, stolen, gone. It's a total of $1.75 billion, almost $2 trillion. Out of the $3 trillion, those two ministries alone accounted for 1.75 billion. So the link to this money that has been stolen from the treasury is the permanent secretary. And that's why I endorse what Sir Byron says, because the criminal prime minister needed a link to the vault, and the permanent secretary are the one who help him forget that funds, because out of his office alone, 12, I'm not gonna touch that, 12.2 billion stolen, chopped, unaccounted for, gone, missing. So when you look at the
Pastor Ricky, the people know that in the prime minister office, the office of the prime minister, it was Audrey Sewell who was the permanent secretary.
Right. She was the permanent secretary in the prime minister's office. And yet $12.2 billion chopped, stolen, missing, gone, unaccounted for. Whichever descriptive adjective you want to use. Words are synonymous in meanings. And these words, they all mean the same. Them thief it. And she was the permanent secretary. So she is the link towards all of these money that's been gone, stolen, missing. Now, when you look at the deplorable conditions, people are dying at chairs. People are dying on the floor on cardboard. A video say a man rent a cardboard for $500 for sleep on. People, there's no beds. There's no way under the sun this health minister should still be in office. He has neglected, and you have to blame the prime minister too, because all 19 government agencies in his office. So he might have control over the sayings and the no-to or and the do's of every agency and the 15 ministries. So you have to blame it. The two of them need to resign because they have neglected the wealth and the health of the Jamaican people. Without good health, you're not going to survive no matter how rotten rich it is. Everybody needs health to survive. So when you look at no ambulances, when you look at no x-ray machine, no CT scan, no ventilations, shortage of nurses, shortage of doctors, when you look at no medications in the hospital, then where is the money gone? Who took the money? Where is it? It has to go back to the prime minister. The buck stops with him and his permanent secretary. One last point. When I realized the health minister was a criminal, is during the 2020, during the height of the pandemic, when him going out community and look on a lady and say, are the residents and say, we're not turning on back on the water unless I take the shots. That right there blew my mind, because Father Lord said, me tell us a long time them and manipulate the water. Because if him can go say him now go on the water for run through the pipe unless I take the jug, that means them control the water flow and the water supply. So there's no way you can be a health minister and care about the health of human beings and their well-being, and you're going to restrict water from them, which water is life, because without water for so many days, you're not going to be able to survive. But yet, that's when I realized this guy is a criminal and he should never be the health minister. So with the $830 million gone, the buck stopped with him. So I hear two bloggers this morning on a live on TikTok. I try spin it and I say, well, the $2 billion was for that and it's not 26 billion. But listen, them say it's gone up to from 2 billion to 27 billion. Cost overrun. So this is where the chopping is. Where they thief all of this money, them overflate the value of the project, and then thief the money when it's supposed to fix the hospital. There's no way 9 years you wait for the hospital for fix. For 9 years, and then like you have build a new hospital, you have renovate the hospital, and it take you 9 years.
Renovate.
That's ridiculous.
To renovate, not build.
9 years. That is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard in my life. Choppings are going, them a chop the money, them a thief it, and the buck stop with the criminal prime minister and impermanent secretary. Over to you, Father.
All right. So yeah, what I'm gonna do now, tough tongue. Me argue this for one. This and then I make my speech and then I go to Andrew Holness. I've got straight him. I'm call PMP people there and them thing there. No, you know, labor have a bad habit when anytime them run out, not never throw to them out. Same like the dirty drunkard way, you know. Because we run out with something where I run out already with, and him know some me have everything on my phone and this piece of shit. I don't know what happened to him. I flap him. I start to deal with him, you know. Because you see that the rear the way I'm tell them say I'm use, them go and move the thing. Me depend pan where name? With the president over the name?
Trump.
He might move it.
Yeah, man.
Because the real thing, the real argument now help him, you know. You understand? It now going to help him. So guys now going to help him. So Trump will deal with film case very soon. Because I'm nasty. Simple go to prison for rape. You understand? Him have to go to prison because I'm a criminal. Court case and everything, I have to go to prison for rape. Dr. Tough Tongue, this is what I want to hold upon this. Let me play this to you, sir. Play this. Watch this.
Best efforts to stop the spread of HIV. Health officials are pointing to an increase in the transmission rate in certain parishes. The disclosure comes as Jamaica joins the world in celebrating World AIDS Day. Jamela Pullen has our story.
The parish of Westmoreland is not only facing a crime problem, but the Minister of Health is reporting a marked increase in HIV cases. According to data, the parish has a 38.1% transmission rate, followed by Trelawney with 37%, St. Anne 34.5%, and St. James 33.5%. Health Minister Dr. Christopher Tufton is concerned.
So Westmoreland, Trelawney, and St. Anne are parishes that are on our radar as parishes that have the highest level of transmission. We also have seen and continue to see a sort of younger age cohort that are infected there. In other words, there are some vulnerable groups. But what is very, very important to make known is that HIV is not confined to any particular group, any particular sexual preference.
All right, so yeah, what we are saying now, Dr. Tough Talk. You know, say you as an head minister, we see people talk to you. I mean, I want to put up the video when them talk to you. But you know, you, the box stop with you, right on your feet or so. Because of what I'm doing now, panelists. This is what the Dr. Tough Tongue do. When them ask him about the market me, woman, and them ask him because him have a little tweenie, you know, and lady has a company a lollipop the way him have, and them video it. And put it out, make a blue movie. Them release it. Right? You know, them know him as a married man, and them ask him because 85 million people, you know, go over market me, woman, and them ask if that same woman get the money, but we see with the little tweenie, she bite down by your navel, your belly button. Right? Him start, so this is my private business. There is no private business in a minister of health. Where people look up and hear him say younger people are practice. Everybody are practice because they want them belly button bite too. And they want to do the same thing too. So every blame, Tough Tongue, move from front of me. I blame him. No, you say HIV has spread wild like wildfire all over the place. Look on them transmission rate there. 30% this on all. Right now, that means the whole of Jamaica gets on fire because them want to be like Christopher Tough Tongue. And Andrew Holness, not even more to the girls, them go. These are the things that cause them things there in Jamaica. You understand? Let me tell you, you know. That's why I tell you when you have like Holness as the ultimate minister. Yeah? You feel it by example, brother. You understand? You can't be a touches and then you call people thief. You can't have people bite on your belly button because you don't have nothing. You don't have a little belly button and a bite and a video. And then, you know, fling injury to insult to injury. I say, I go to, when I go to CTAC, them to investigate because, well, after you release Blue Movie, what you expect the people them to not share it? Eh? You release someone with a little worm and that can catch fish. You know? Do man so camp on this little worm something. And I'm video. What you think it happen? What you think it happen? No, we have HIV around all over Jamaica. What we are going to do? We blame your Andrew Holness. Andrew one is come out, you know, this one for the ladies. Hear them. Big Andrew, you know. Hey, I told us this them, you know. No, it's serious. No matter laugh, but it's serious. You feel lead by example, brothers.
Exactly.
You can't say you're prime minister, you're minister of health. You're not supposed to carry on and set them example, there, brother. And I say your private life, that's not private. You live a public life, you're minister of health. You're minister of health. See? And the way you live now, make the young youth, them, you know, them are copy you and I live so now you see HIV gone up. Everybody want them belly button, pierce or them on a blow or something. Everybody turn musician because of you. You spread musicianship when them not playing a real instrument. You spread it, Christopher Tough Tongue. You understand? Everybody want to turn this musician something and, you know, a blow. And you want to say, hey, Mr. Somebody send the video to me. I want me to listen. I have to move it in a people. I have to move it in a brothers. This little belly button thing, I did and then them video it. Video it. And then now you want to go to see Taka Uno to look because people, how will them let go? And my private life. There is no private life in this. No, we have HIV problem. We have crisis now because of what you said. You are under Holness. You are under Holness. Him come out, him and the girls and go. How ladies, this vice are for the ladies. Leave it. What kind of thing that them said? Remember me have it, I can't play it, you know. Me have it, I can't play it. See? Hey, brother, these are the worst government, you know, brother. And the worst government, this. You understand? You have a health minister. Eh? I give woman lollipop. Yeah, and then the other one too, you know, him and the girl, them bugger. That means them are chew him too, you know. Yeah? That's the other one. The girl, them bugger. Eh? You hear this? People chew bugger gum. So when they use the illustration, they will say, wow, yeah, the girl, them are bugger gum. I know one bag of things that run in the place because the youth, them are look on that and say, them are do this. They will not live the life of two man, and them are live the life now. You see what I go on? Eh? And him concerned now. When I him said this, that the one Tough Tongue and Andrew Holness. It was them are too nastiness, brother. Over back to your mystic.
You know, when we look on the whole healthcare situation and as it relates to the status of our healthcare, because of course we are in a crisis. But I'm saying we are here, right, highlighting the vulnerabilities as it relates to our healthcare. Now, if people don't want to believe us, are they saying that the United States, right, is lying as it relates to Jamaica healthcare? Of course. Right? If you look at that, the United States had issued, right, a travel advisory, right, to their people, right, telling them that they need to be very cautious coming to Jamaica and make sure that they're prepared in terms of having their little amenities to deal with any situation, you understand, that have to deal with health concerns. Now, are you saying that the United States is following the vloggers and, you know, they are following the People's National Party narrative? No, the United States, right, as a first world country, would have sent people who investigate, right, and give them back, right, a solid report or a comprehensive report according to our healthcare, the status of our healthcare. So regardless of how Christopher Tough Tongue want to spin it, and regardless of how Christopher Tough Tongue, you understand, publicly stated that no other administration spent, right, the most money as this administration. The question is, where is the money?
Right. Where is it?
We are not seeing the money that your administration spent, Christopher Tough Tongue. Majority of our hospitals still need bed. Let me ask you, where is the money? Majority of our hospitals need MRI machines. Let me ask you, where is the money? You have seen a couple of our hospitals, you understand, has more situation, let me ask you, where is the money? We have seen where Cornwall Regional started out from $2 billion to now venture into $27 billion. So let me ask you, where is the money? And so then, we here, right, on social media, telling the people the truth, the People's National Party opposing and telling the people the truth, and also United States of America telling the people the truth, and not only United States of America, Canada is also recognizing the situation. So then let me ask the Jamaica Labour Party people who they try to defend.
The UK issue a travel advisory too.
And the UK.
Yeah.
So then hold on there. It's only the Jamaica Labour Party people them in them little think that hold on. It's only them who really, you know, abreast with the truth, and everybody else telling lie. Just think of it, you know, people. Think of what Tufton is trying to spin to his base. Because he know that majority people who made up the base, and I'm not saying that you don't have educated people, you understand, in the Jamaica Labour Party, you know. But let me tell you something, people. All the educated people in Jamaica Labour Party that support Jamaica Labour Party, they support it because they are eating out of the trough. Let me give you an example. Have we seen the PSOJ coming out, right, and going against Andrew Holness? No, because they are capitalists. They are capitalists. And even when Andrew Holness, right, would take a gun and commit number 3 in the street, they wouldn't see it. Big Mama wouldn't see it. Davis wouldn't see it. They wouldn't see it. Right? They would want to find ways and means how we can spin this. How we can PR this. And that's the only thing that they are interested in. So when you look at what we get, now just imagine, people, let me reason with you people. Can you really believe that we, the people, suffer and sacrifice, paying the Andrew Holness administration 200 and 300% raise to rob us? That is what we are paying them for. We are paying them 200 and 300% raise to rob the treasury. That is what we are paying them for. 200 and 300% raise to rob. Think of it, people, to rob the treasury. Now, we can make certain things make sense here. Since Tufton is going to come out and say, no other administration in the history of Jamaica, as it relates to healthcare, spend the most on healthcare. Jamaica, let me ask you a question. Between the period 2012 to 2015, or the early part in 2016, where Mama P, right, exit the political arena. I want to ask all my Jamaican brothers and sisters something. Did we see the United States, the UK, or Canada issue a travel advisory during the PNP time? Remember, as according to what Tufton said, PNP not spend the amount of money that they spend. But this is what, let me put it in perspective for you. Let me put it in perspective for Jamaica. Jamaica is according to what Tufton said, that the billions of dollars spent, but little done, if any at all. Now watch this now. The People's National Party, right, spend little and get more done. Do you see the contrast when we compare? Because when you look at it, during 2012, 2000, and early part of 2016,
January,
prior to prior to Portia Simpson exit the political arena,
Yes.
let us ask the question. Let us ask the question. Have we seen any travel advisory? People who have Google search engine, you know, want to help me out today?
Byron,
Help me out today.
Byron, add
Yes.
this to it. You ask the people them that there was no travel advice. Well, you can Google it fast, but
Yes.
this again.
One of you Google it.
Ask
Google it.
this, Byron, if we see any one of them hospital, whether any one of them in these kind of states,
Exactly.
people are drop off a bed and dead.
Exactly.
No medication, nothing now work. We never have these problems. We never have it on the road. We never have it nowhere at all. You have to ask her, put on, not just the travel advice, put on these things with less money. Like what I'm saying. Because remember, some of the money are bush, you know, because remember the money did value from them coming in, you know, brother.
Yes.
From 121 to like 160. So that, you know, say, you know, cost of living and sky and all kind of things. So them love do this. But we not see the money go, them thief the money. So them are tell me, Byron. So them are spend more money doing what? You know, them brother and them sister pocket, brother.
Exactly. So the next person we are going to put under the microscope is Andrew Holness. Is Andrew Holness.
Yes.
Now step up Andrew Holness on the podium. Let me ask you a question. And let me ask the people who support you a question. In the entire history of our politics, the People's National Party was the party that founded first. As a matter of fact, if I am to go deep in history, Marcus Mosiah Garvey is the first party that formed in Jamaica. The first political party that formed in Jamaica.
Yes.
But let us bypass Marcus Mosiah Garvey.
Never reached that them cards here. Yes.
Yes, let us bypass Marcus Mosiah Garvey. The People's National Party founded in 1938. People can Google me and fact check me, you know, because you know, I'm truth teller. You understand? Me no care when time people are Google me, you know. Me they tell them
right. Oh.
Right? So then, let us look at that history. So from 1938 until 2016.
January.
January.
Yeah, January. The one of January.
I put it at 2016 prior to the kleptocrat comes in. And you know, we not try to be politically correct and try to be decent. We want to put it to 2016 before the thief come in.
All right.
Now watch this. Let me ask a question. If I do, then you never have any politician back then where, as it relates to the statutory declaration, certified. But we have not heard any rumor from then until when we start, as it relates to the statutory declaration certified. People, if you don't know, let me give you the awareness. It is PJ Patterson, right? Within all the 15 years that they try to talk about, you know, PJ Patterson this and PJ Patterson that, and 15 years of this and 15 years of that. While and I believe that many of the people who really talking that 15 years PJ Patterson done nothing, I am putting to them that they can't read. They can't read.
Amen.
I am putting it to them that they can't read. Because how many times that we have to put up all the social programs that PJ Patterson created. And let me say this, without no apology. Of all the prime minister in the history of Jamaica, not one that created the amount of social programs like PJ Patterson. I want people for fact check me, you know. Google me and fact check me, you know. None has put up the amount of social programs, right, as PJ Patterson. And here they are, even after they see the evidence right in front of their eye. 18 years, 18 years of people nothing. 18 years. Well,
Members say, Holness come out with this and them. Who follow Holness, them are idiot, you know. Holness, you know, some play a clip, I play it tonight again, Byron, when Holness I say, PMP, bad mind. Them say, economy it can eat the road, you eat it. Listen. You not consume road people, you consume food. Just Google, just look on it, man. I can't consume oil, gas, for run. You consume food, you can't consume road. These things are nastiness. Hey, Andrew, the worst thing, you know, when you listen, you know, it gets you upset because he done, you know. He fool, you know. He fool, me not on trick, you know. How they make Andrew trick them, and I'm a tough for me have to be the line up for a player. Make you finish up and make a play them two with them. Because we not play them,
I'm not being a school, man. That's why
I am glad for this opportunity in terms of speaking to the electorate.
Yes.
Speaking to my brothers and sisters, because let me tell you something. Lonesome Melting Pot, Pastor Ricky, myself, and many other platforms. We are here in the space to hold government accountable. And so then, let me tell Jamaican people this. It is good news. And let me tell you why it's good news. Gone are the days when politicians can come out, you understand, and speak to the crowd, right? Articulate themselves with the lies and get away with it.
That's right.
Different time.
That's right.
It's different time. We tell any politician that. It's different time. Now, people, I want to teach you a little thing and make you be aware in terms of where we're going and what we want the electorate to do. Now, electorate, let me talk to you. When we go to vote, we must ensure the victory that we want is to give the People's National Party the majority win. I'm going to explain why. Yes. To give the People's National Party the majority win. And you know the reason why I am speaking this tonight? For persons who don't understand the depth of the politics, let me explain it to you. If we have the general election come and PNP only get a marginal win, what the Jamaica Labour Party will be doing is to play what we call stalemate politics. It simply means many policy positions that required votes, these policies have to be voted on, and we need 2/3 majority in the lower house and 2/3 majority in the upper house. It's not going to be done. And then JLP is going to come out upon them campaign. Oh, them said them could have do this, and them said them could have do that, but no, them can't get it done. Them can't, no, me tell you them politics before them going out, you know. Let me shape it for you, Jamaica. And so then when you have that, then play stalemate, right? And block most of the policies because PNP can't get the 2/3 in the lower house and will not get the 2/3 in the upper house to put the bill into law. You must understand. That's why Civic is important. So we need to understand. So then, people, if you want changes, right, to happen, we have to make sure that the People's National Party contain a majority win. And so then, it is easy to propel the bills, legislate them into the law. So then, we have 2/3 majority in the lower house, 2/3 majority in the upper house. We call it unstoppable. For all the wrongs that Andrew Holness had done, we need to change it.
Right.
And so then it's the electorate that is going to help us to fix Jamaica the way how Jamaica ought to be fixed. Why we said we 100% trust Mark Golden? Let me reason with my people. Why the 100%? trust Mark Golding. There is no, well, let me tell you something, people. And a little bit of investigation. Jamaica Labour Party do for Mark Golding. Because they want to
the whole way I saw.
Yeah.
I'm like a man of the wilderness. You know, say something important.
Yeah.
That's why they
now reason with the people. Give me some minutes on the reason with the people.
I'm true, brother. You see, Mark Golding, and we too, you know, because through we in them way.
All right. Let me tell you something.
Yes.
And a little dig. The GLP dig to find something for Mark Golding.
True.
Let me tell you something. Me, right, who's a certified investigator, right? Me do hard search too, you know. Me do hard search too, you know. Me lift up all the stone and turn them over, you know. And let me tell you something, we can't tell anybody this. I am one of the investigators that you don't want on your trail. Trust me. If me have me and my trail, trust me, me afraid. I am one of the, and look here, me not two no one on, you know. If people who go on LinkedIn, they will see how, you understand, big corporate directors, right, speak about me as it relates to certain matrix and certain audits, right? So we are tested and proved and certified and qualified. So then, when me, they tell Jamaica, say me I defend Mark Golding, I am defending Mark Golding out of honesty and integrity, checks and balance, guarantee, not asking that, guarantee. Now let me show you something, people. Let me show you something, people. Mark Golding came up as an established businessman. I'm going to ask a question. I'm going to help Jamaica decide tonight. Of all the businesses that Mark Golding, leadership, quality, policies that govern Mark Golding businesses, you can do the research yourself, people. Has Mark Golding ever failed in his business?
No.
I am asking a question. Of all Mark Golding businesses, has Mark Golding at any one time has ever failed? No. Mark Golding academic skills in terms of achieving honors. We not talk about people go buy PhD, you know, Mark Golding not buy PhD. So we could get that clear, you know, Mark Golding not buy doctorate and force institution to give them doctorate, you know, Mark Golding.
Byron.
No.
Byron, go check on about them buy business, the man. Buy and buy election and buy everything. Go check on about that. Not Mark Golding. Yes.
We are dealing with him tonight.
Yes.
Because him shouldn't have put himself in a Mark Golding shoes. So may I discipline him tonight. So then, everything that Mark Golding speak, and you check it, solid, proof, facts. Let me tell you this, Jamaica. The only time Andrew Holness is speaking truth is when Andrew Holness keep his mouth shut. From the moment he open it, a lie.
A lie, man. Straight.
That's a fact. From the moment he open his mouth and speak, it's a lie coming out of that.
True.
At one point, him living in a one-bedroom house. And another champion, him living in a two-bedroom house. And it don't stop here. And all of a sudden, him a walk, and a little boy see him and said, he look like he's going to be the prime minister.
He lied. Andrew, that man. No, him a laugh, you know, hear him the Byron. Boy, Titans will know we stay. We come study. We have eagle fly around there, man.
Exactly.
We have eagle fly around you. We have this in your office. And you know, we not do tabloid.
All right.
In your office. And we have this all about in enough of them office and all over the place. I follow them around, yeah?
Yeah, but let me
I
run
get the eagle, yeah?
because I'm going to take them one time. So I am investigating Mark Golden from what I kill Philip and can't find nothing for Mark Golden. And when me start for Andrew Holness, the first page, me lift up, me have problem. The first page, people, me lift up, me have problem. The first page on my roll over, so boom. And what was the first page? Before Andrew Holness venture as Prime Minister, Andrew Holness went, right, and tell one of the most vicious lies, right, in a political campaign. The first one we lift up is when he on the campaign and said him living in a one bedroom, him going a one bedroom and this and that and that. And then we hear him on another campaign, 2 bedroom, that and that, and we say, all right, might be a mistake. Him make, might be him start to have some Alzheimer problem. Okay, all right, we can forgive him.
Forgive him.
You know, stop saying to people.
Mistake, you know, that me, you know. Because we can't forgive that way tell like your great granny, you know, I respect the elders.
You
the man said great granny.
People.
Yes.
Tell life on God. You tell life on God, so that's something.
Then what you know?
Not forgive him for that.
Yeah, for what you know? Him try to justify the little corruption money we make as it relates to Gavin, you know, awarding the contracts to Gavin, you know. He went on Big Mama station and told a lie that he came in with $47 million in the politics. I'm going to say, all right, okay, all right. Him say him coming he came in the politics with 47 million. Let me check. So people, I went and checked. And then of course, when me check, me realize, say, okay, all right. Andrew Holness left university 1994. Spent 2 years, right? As it relates to charity.
Charity, you know.
Charity, you know. And I realized that I realized that when he left university, he owed student loan.
Yes.
He owed student loan people. So I say, all right, now make that further. Now make that try for ease in my brain.
Yes.
Okay. He left university, right? Owing student loan. And then he spent 2 years, right, as charity. And then in 1997, he ventured into politics. So then me ask myself the question.
See me remarried Byron.
Me ask myself the question. Hold on there. Then, at the 47 million, never call, hold on. Me talk to my brethren Melting Pot, and me talk to my brethren Pastor Ricky. I will say, then hold on. Then at the charity, I wish charity give Andrew Holness $47 million. How Andrew get $47 million from charity? You don't understand that. Then we start to dig deeper and we say then if Andrew Holness take 2 years to make $47 million, then why Andrew Holness are coming out of politics? Which part him only go get about $5 or $6 million a year? Make it make sense, people.
23.
Why would Andrew Holness getting $23 million, $23.5 million per year?
No, Byron, no move yet, man. Byron, please don't move yet, man. Remember, same wife don't give me again, you know, in 1997, you know.
Yeah, but I'm going to touch you yet. I talk about juggle. Why would Andrew Holness make a choice after he's making $23 $0.5 million on a yearly basis, right? Why would he leave that and go into politics but only pay him $5 to $6 million? Make it make sense for people. Make it make sense. Why would he do that? You understand what I'm saying? That he's going to leave such large profit turnover and go and take up politics. Is that going to make sense? And then here it is that his wife came and said, okay, they're married in 1997. And trust me, they didn't have no money, referring to she and Andrew Holness, and said they have to put on a fish fry. People, make it make sense now.
See the loan here too, you know, in the paid.
And see the loan there, see the evidence there.
See the loan
and Jamaica Holness.
See that's
for social science.
Yeah, see that's social science. See that? Social
right,
science.
you think.
Yes.
Right? Now, look at that. Right? Old student loan.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I can put that away there. Let me ask a question. The question I want to ask. The question that I want to ask. So here is Andrew Holness as our Prime Minister. Because him looks so a bad mind, you know. Bad mind. Now here is Andrew Holness as our Prime Minister, who venture into the politics as a seasoned politician. Between then and now, he's a seasoned politician. Simple means he didn't have any business. No business, Andrew Holness out. Mark Golding, before Andrew venture into the politics, Mark Golding has business. Let me pluralize it. Mark Golding has businesses. Yes. Let us bring forward today. Let us bring forward today that Andrew Holness, who doesn't have no business, and remember all the companies that listed under Andrew Holness' name, they are not legitimate business, they are shell companies. People need to bear that in mind. Yep. People, you need to bear that in mind that all these companies, they are shell companies that set up, most of them set up by Patrick Bailey. So Andrew Holness have no businesses. Now, if you to put up Mark Golding statutory declaration for 2020 and Andrew Holness statutory declaration for 2020 and show both of them, Andrew Holness have more money than Mark Golding, who is a legitimate businessman. Jamaica.
A liar, man. A liar.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
Put in the top liar now. Andrew not, you know. Andrew does to the social science.
Yes.
A top liar. Top. One of the top liar, them, you know.
Exactly.
And yes. And businessman.
So then.
And now Andrew around 10 times.
Yes.
Andrew
Holness is not a millionaire. Andrew Holness is a billionaire.
Oligarchs.
Multi-billionaire.
Multi-billionaire.
Shell company.
You tell me, Jamaica, there shouldn't be no farmer hitch to know that this man is a criminal. Cannot explain his way to the Integrity Commission. Criminal. And we must stand aside and make him get away with it. He's not going to get away with it, Jamaica. Me, I promise you this. Now we'll get to it. And I yield back.
Yes, Pat.
Yeah, man. Well said, Sir Byron.
Blessings.
Well said. But I just want to use a narrative as it relates to Andrew can explain how him come by him wealth. No, if a man asks me how me end up in England, me remember every step of the way, me can't tell him.
Exactly.
I don't have to go in it. I'm just saying that. And I know many people can give a narrative as to their pathway in life and what they accumulate and how they accumulate it. But Andrew Holness should have been able to Because the electorate give Andrew Holness a well-paid job. That Andrew Holness should have never, at no stage in his career as Prime Minister of Jamaica, ever think about theft. You cannot have a well-paid job with a description of the chief civil servant of your country, but you end up as a thief. That is a no-go.
Definitely.
That is a no-go. But when you have an underprivileged individual who have been granted privilege by his own people, but who demonstrate a lack of maturity on his part and go down the road of criminality and corruption, that speak no volume of the person. So Andrew is a zero individual. He's non-existent right now. So all who is trying to engage themselves with Andrew Holness and him corruption and theft, they are just like Andrew Holness. But the truth of the matter, Andrew don't even want to know who them is. Because Andrew not give them none of the loot. And there's no two way about that. Andrew only bat for himself and is all in his family. So all these people who are trying to make themselves be seen and be heard, trying to defend a criminal that we know is a criminal. I remember we doing the tabloid. As Sir Byron said, from him lift up the first page, the weight of corruption and criminality are draw back him and down.
There you go, my brother.
Andrew Holness things stack up. It's stockpile higher than Mount Everest when it comes to criminality and corruption and theft. Andrew graduate with honors in a them department there. Because remember, Andrew Holness, you know, he has no more means of qualification outside of political science. And people who want you all to know what political science is all about. It's about practicing to lie to your own people. It's about planning how to trick and deceive your own people like Brother Nancy. It's about making sure that your people don't know where you're going. It's about making sure your people don't know what you're doing in terms of contributing to their life. So Andrew hide everything. And this is why you see all of his member of parliament, them, who form the cabinet with him, follow suit. Now, as it relates to Christopher Tuftongue, Minister for Bad Rice, him surplus to no farmer requirement, you know. Because him not no discipline to begin with. Because when you're Minister for Health, you know, you have to set example. And all them videos there where you put out, you know, as a prawn star, you know. You could never hold your office anywhere else in the world. You would have to leave. Immediately as the video touch the street, you have to go. So right now we are telling you, Tuftongue, your face not supposed to be on the ballot as well, neither your name. It's a disgrace to the health fraternity in Jamaica. What kind of Minister of Health you could ever be when you do those things and want to engage yourself with CTAX to do investigation? You're wrong, Tuftongue. That's why you're Minister of Bad Rice, you know. Because everything what you do, all seem to end up bad. Cornwall Regional Hospital, that gone bad in terms of the expenditure from where it's coming from to where it is currently. In terms of the rest of hospital and the non-availability of hospital equipment, That bad on your watch as well. In terms of the market me program, where 85 million gone soup. That bad. In terms of you in a road at night in the pandemic with the rope tie up people, but when you hand them over to the law enforcement at Jamaica, that bad. In terms of you on the beach, having a whale of a time, when you should be looking about the state affair of the Ministry of Health in Jamaica, but you're out there performing on the beach, that bad. In terms of you staging an accident, that was bad. You should have told the true circumstance. Why you had to end up in the hospital, but you lied to the Jamaican electorate again. So that bad. So where are we looking at in the political arena currently in Jamaica? Everything bad about this political arena, yeah, led by the Jamaica Labour Party regime. You know, with Andrew Holness at the helm. Everything is bad. There's so much bad publicity about this Jamaica Labour Party that I can tell anybody that this party will never rise again after the 2025 election. So I'm saying once again, anybody who have the idea of forming a good, real, strong, credible opposition, now is the time. Because the Jamaica Labour Party will not survive after this general election. There is too much on them plate, and them can't lift it up no more. Too much corruption are weighed on them plate. Them are sorcerer. Them are all criminal. Them are bandit. Them are outlaw. Them is goddamn criminal and thief, the whole of them. And them not no mercy upon the taxpayers. Right now, the taxpayers have their shoulder the burden. And they make no bones about it. Him categorically tell us him want 1.8 billion from the motorists for shore up the economy. But Jamaica have that and them stole it. That's why we say all the permanent secretary them must come under the Integrity Commission investigation. All of them. And make sure you hold the chief, Audrey Sewell, accountable. Because she is a potter cat. She is the one who gave Andrew Holness the key to the public purse. And what Andrew Holness has done, he has made a mockery of the public purse. In such a way that him can't even explain it too much. Andrew thief in a way that, may I tell you, not if you combine all the world-renowned criminals, them not amass the amount with Andrew thief. Because remember, Andrew thief without discretion, you know. This is how we sink Andrew Holness, you know. The indiscretionate way of stealing Jamaican money. From day one, the man been stealing the public purse. And when time catch up on the nastiness, him want to carry the IC to court. Andrew, you must knock your head, man, round a river road pan some of them big stone that were around the man. You don't have no standing because nobody got a court, you know. Remember the amount of criminal and atrocity and state killing when upon you're watching, brother. Remember you are the biggest criminal, you know. Not even Henry Morgan can measure up to you. You're a pirate. They need to change the title of the Pirate of the Caribbean and hand it over to you. You're the biggest thing in the region. You surpass all the creditable leader them in the Caribbean who have served them country well. You as an underperformed prime minister, you have more wealth than the people them combined together. If you take all of the prime minister them wealth and combine it together, This criminal in Jamaica surpassed them by a country mile. And this is why we have to come out and beat you till you have been tonight. Worse so you come out and I make some insipid allegation and I call PMP dog. Because Melting Pot called you dog a couple of weeks ago. Melting Pot know why him call you dog. And the title fit you perfectly well. Because you're a dog. In the eyes of many. You're a dog of no nation, a dog without description. Because remember, nobody don't know your true pedigree or your mongrel status. Me don't know. Because my CEO say your eye don't look like black people eye.
No.
So right away we know, so well then we have problem to identify you. So we know who you is. But Melting Pot did not say the GLP a dog. I distinctly and categorically said Andrew Holness your dog. But because you're thin skin and you don't like tech beating, you run out and I call the PMP dog. I use a broad brush. Now, first and foremost, you can style the leader of the People's National Party as dog. That man has so much credibility, so much integrity, so much self-discipline and moral concept about him. Or you can call a Sir Marky G dog. Andre a piece of shit! And I yield back the floor to another member of the panel.
Pastor Vicky.
Yes, sir. Well, you know, them like for run around and say, we spend the most money. This government spend them. Tough to say that them increased the budget from $60 billion to $140 billion, which is a total of $80 billion. But in spite of the rhetoric, you know, saying that they spent $80 extra billion and increased the health budget, yet we don't see that money in the hospital or in the health sector. We have doctors that had to put on some black uniform and nurses as a type of protest because they're not getting back pay and the right salary. Them can't negotiate the doctor's salary and the nurse's salary because the government don't have the money to pay the doctors. Now, when you look at Comrade Leader Mark Golden, I also did my research in 2022 to find out more about him because, yes, he was in the Justice Ministry back in Mama P administration. But one of the things I discovered is that he was a brilliant corporate lawyer. Legal mind that he has. This is why he can stand in the parliament and make the prime minister and the government run out of the parliament because of the legality. And this is why he operates in the guidelines of the rule of law, that the prime minister don't understand the rule of law. And this is why Comrade Leader Mark Golden can make policies as it relates to the Constitution, something that this prime minister trample on the Constitution and does not uphold the Constitution that he swore to honor. Not only was a brilliant corporate lawyer, but he was a successful businessman and a successful banker and a real estate guru. And so when we look at his accomplishments outside of politics, that he came into politics to serve, not to scrape and fill his craw. This criminal that we have in Jamaica House is there for 9 years, as Councillor Joy says, filling their craw. And so when we look at his accomplishment, he wrote the most legislation in the Mama P time that helped to transform Jamaica, like decriminalizing marijuana, the Integrity Commission Act, and that helped increase, even though it didn't go above the threshold of 50 points, but the corruption perception index of world country that is corrupt, Jamaica was ranked number 39, but his legislation as it relates to the corrupt, the Integrity Commission Act rise Jamaica up to 44 points. Now, when you look at how Comrade Leader Mark Golden, he signed and ensured that every member of the People's National Party signed the Integrity Commission Leadership Code of Conduct that speaks to the 7 Nolan principle as it relates to good governance, something that this criminal prime minister has failed to do. He has not signed the Leadership Code of Conduct from the Integrity Commission because I'm too dirty. If him sign it, him automatically incriminate himself, you know. And so when we look at how Comrade Leader Mark Golden uphold the Constitution, and this government, this criminal prime minister, takes the anti-corruption agency that he helped to pass legislation to institute as a commission of parliament, took them to court to strike out the Corruption Act, Section 14, subsection 5, that speaks to the very core of illicit enrichment, because the prime minister knows he's guilty of illicit enrichment. So when you look at the comparison and the contrast between both men, one had business, one made a fortune in his business and put it in a blind trust, and one was in government running business, which speaks to cronyism and nepotism and all the skullduggery. So when you look at these two men and compare them, one is on his way to prison and one is on his way to become the next prime minister of Jamaica. And so the contrast is very clear. And I support what Sir Byron said, my last point. The People's National Party needs a mandate, a widespread margin victory, because there's some laws that is entrenched in the Constitution that it's going to require 2/3 vote in both houses. And so in order to make these changes as it relates to even banking regulations and to strengthen the Integrity Commission, these are laws that are entrenched in the Constitution. It's going to require 2/3 vote in both houses. So we don't need a marginal victory for them challenge and have recounts. So all 63 seats that the People's National Party is running for, we need at least 55 seats. I know the 2/3 majority is what, 42? Yeah, 42 seats. Then we will have 2/3. And then in the Senate, we will have 13 seats. But we need at least 55 seats in the lower house and in the parliament. And we need and then we can try to work with one of the JLP members who's going to be in the opposition, so we can have 2/3 in the final point. When you look at how they try to change the Constitution reform, the CRC, which is a free pass out of prison. So to set up a ceremonial president who will be untouchable, who will be above the law, and the prime minister can appoint himself as the ceremonial president. We don't need that. If him can't honor the Constitution that we have today, him not need to in charge on a new Constitution. Back over to you.
All right. So about some things right now, right? I'm not sure some good thing with the prime minister, but about some things, right? About this first. This is what the police them do since evening. Don't right at Charles Guard Market. So this is what them do. I'm gonna play this. I want not see it yet. You don't know. Is a man lie down there, so them just kill him. Wow. Let me read and see him lie down there, so when they wanna pass, the man was stand upside down the police. See there? The man lie down there. Wanna see? Yes, this is down there, so. What them kill him for? Here, what them kill him for now? Can you also hear something different? Here, eyewitness, can you notice video there everywhere, you know, see there? Today, Charles Guard Market, see it? Time when they come in, police kill man. Somebody who was on the scene said the police drove up to the man and asked him his name, and after he told them, they laced bullets on him, killing him. And they spot them just ask him just his name and then them just bullet. So soon he says a shootout. That no look like a shootout. No can't shoot up nothing at all. So soon hear that. So me get that. So me I show that. And next thing we want about soon now. You see, some Chinese in Jamaica. Remember tell you, when you have hard working man, and we just move it fast, and we have said the Prime Minister, you give them money, things to come work in our place, I put out for people. Them, I'm number one, me nah make no man go to my car. Them no build Honda, them no be a iron, they are not feed them things. So, oh, them in a car about them again. You don't know what kind of parts. Them come in without fake oil. Now, Big Mama make sure run go try protect Holness now. Look what Big Mama them put out just now. Because them must know this. I'm going to ask them something just to what Big Mama them put out. Because remember where I question the Chinese them, you know. Look here. Big Mama mouthpiece understand that the Chinese mechanic who work at the whole arted car service company in Ferry Pen, St. Catherine, are doing so illegally. Now, we still have a mash up on the Holness. We don't mash them up. Yeah, why we still have a mash up on the Holness? That new place just built. Or them get it for rent or on a lease, them get it and then run it and carrying all these things through the wharf. Including them big, them two big where them name transformers, something, them two big monster thing there. Where them carrying
alignment.
No, not the alignment. I thought them carrying two robot thing, like transformer. Them carry everything off. Right? So all you say them illegal, but them get the place to operate. With everything, them must have some papers. That's for sure you Andrew Holness, but them doing thing them, you know. And people talk out when you know, they say no Big Mama now for try to twist people. Because we say this is not good. You can't take over work, man. Me not care what no one say. I mean, I put my life in for them and because them come in my car. Me don't know what them put in. Them are sell parts. And China is that place where they just put on. You understand? So me not take risk with that. You understand? No, them make sure when they put out this story with the court or sound say them illegal. Them are operate illegal. And remember, you know, and the authorities see this and them not shut them down and stop them. You come and tell me this now? This make any sense too now? Or them get the place in the first place.
Exactly.
Them a sing place, you know. A well big place and everything. It have to go through with papers and everything. The government is a nasty government. So them are try to do is draw a card. Because them no want you to say nothing. But Big Mama, you can't save him. You can't save Andrew Holness and them corruption. You can't save him. Me now put them in my car. I mean, I mash up the mechanic ethic. Our people, them to see. Our people, them, you know, that's why I say Andrew Holness are doing so, you know, go on a bun when them done back with the hungry, you know. Only to licky and only love sell out, to no own too much, you know. That slave business they for stop, you know. Me rather pay 10 cents more and keep my people them more than get rid of them for some foreigner. So if them foreigner they pull out, the whole we get checked because nobody want train up for the mechanic again if them can't get work. Only do have no sense. Right now, housing trust, only take housing trust and give them on them. Right now in Manchester, Holness, may I show you a video with where them are built. Me, I can show you the video. Them are build the house and then turn it over, sell it back to NHT or sell it back to you. The Chinese them. So if you take all of the skill job and give them, our people are work better. Then you walk and shoot them with them like this, man. And 15-year-old now beat, man. Come on now, and have nothing about you, man. We not destroy that, man. I'm going to show you what Holness I do again. Because I'm going to take a piece of that, you know. But let me show you what I do again. This is what him do. Him go turn on the water somewhere down there, so. And he make them people dress up like chicken foot. You must spend chicken foot dress up yet? Yeah, because people are cook soup. When you must see chicken foot, they dress up. They dress them up like chicken foot to come talk foolishness. Look on this what Holness I do. PR. Watch out.
I'm from the Panassas Farmers Association.
My name is Raymond Curry. I'm a farmer and the Panassas Land Committee.
We were just farming a couple years back. I've been in farming from about 10 years now. And
so them people are just up. See, Andrew Holness staying up people. He makes sure I look on one and come out now. And not even Jamaica money, you know. Listen when them get the money. And this a straight PR, you know. The woman said 10 years. And if it was 10 years ago, 2015. But you know, woman a lie. Make Andrew Holness a force her to tell lie now. Hear this. Them just go turn on the water. And she can tell you, no why you listen it and them make a point out something to you. Woman, don't dress up like chicken foot. You're a farmer, just say a farming clothes same way. You never have to breed and thing and them tell you to come do this. Don't do it for them. When if you stop it now, stop get used, man. What?
My name is Audrey Sewell. I'm from the Panansas Farmers Association.
My name is Raymond Curry. I'm a farmer and the Panansas non-committee.
When we were just farming a couple years back, I've been in farming from about 10 years now. And
10 years.
But then it was very hard for us because we didn't have water.
Yeah, but them just turn on the pipe. Yesterday or the day before them do this. So you just turn on the pipe and she said it was hard for us. And you hear how much thing them farm. And it was hard for us. And we shall try and hold on, never play.
And we are mostly have to depend on rainfall to produce. Some of the farmers that had pump, we had to get it from the river.
A few years ago, we don't have no water. We have to depend on the rainfall. So most of us don't make no money. We just hand them out. So
you hear me say hand them out. Listen to what them farm now, you know, hand them out. Most of us, the pipe just a turn, the thing just a turn on, you know. Hear this.
So now that we'll be getting water. And
know that we will be getting water. Them not get none yet. But yesterday them survived the whole 10 years. I did me tell you with these people, you know. Don't make Andrew Holness come turning and eat that boy, you know. Andrew, you must sit up on the ballot, you know. Listen here.
Yes, I feel good. I feel that the farmers will strive from that.
We plant a lot of things here, such as pumpkin. Our main crops are pumpkins. We produce a lot of pumpkins, but we plant other crops like sweet pepper.
So we not do good, but we plant we produce a lot of pumpkin and sweet pepper and everything. Remember the water that's up on, you know, Byron and Melting Pot and Pastor Vicky.
Yeah, them
yes, them not going good, but she tell me now she produce a lot. A lot mean a lot in a better. See? But you still Andrew Holness get you. So you catch people in them talking mode, you hear the truth out of them, you know. Yeah? That means if this was a drier place, shouldn't be in a farmer. 10 years. Yeah, you know.
We'll strive from that.
We plant a lot of things here, such as pumpkin. Our main crops are pumpkins. We produce a lot of pumpkins, but we plant other crops like sweet pepper, Scotch bonnet, tomato, other stuff. Some of our farmers have plantains and bananas too.
I farm pumpkin, okra, hot pepper.
We lose a lot.
So you plant one of them, yeah. And then you plant, you produce a lot, but then you come, me lose a lot. I lie them I tell. Them say them get them have river, you know. You say you have river irrigation water draw from river and them have pump. So you not farm if you never have nothing at all. You have pump, you have farmer. See? So it might have push some little irrigation and give them some more water. Don't come and do this.
During the drought.
Get this.
So we are very thankful for the water because with the water now we can be able to produce more for our family and we will have more to sell to the market and the export market.
We want to thank all the people who make this possible so that we can achieve the land, so we can make more money and can take care of our families.
We are giving thanks to the Prime Minister and the Minister of Agriculture for the opportunity to lease this piece of.
So you forgot to talk about I give them thanks and I praise these people. Like, you see what Andrew Holness do? This is what this nastiness good for. PR. Remember, we have over 200,000 farmers, by the way. So, you know, show me that man and woman, and then they're going to say, yes, Prime Minister, good thing that you turn on up. You think, go away. The government fair work and don't do these things. This is arms house, you know, brother. If you have, remember, we have over 400,000 farmers, you know. We cut them around 200,000, brother. And you take a man and a woman and put up this. Where you think we're going to hear you? Eh? Where's the PR? Continue.
Plan and getting water on it. AgriPark will bring more revenue to the area and jobs for the young people and more opportunity because we need this in Yorktown. The young people need a sense of stability in Yorktown. So AgriPark will provide jobs and also a sense of security for them and their family.
You are welcome, Keone and Raymond, and this wouldn't have been possible.
You are welcome, Keone. You see, when I tell about people, what we forget we the Andrew and them with this shit. This is how them try to trick people. You understand? You are welcome. Something doesn't turn on, but you still have this big opening. And show it out in our face while I condemn him with it. Look
also a sense of security for them and their family.
You are
the money now, Byron. Pastor Ricky and Lady. You will get the money.
Welcome, Keone and Raymond, and this wouldn't have been possible without UK6, our partners from the United Kingdom who provided the grant funding.
Who provided? Who provided the grant funding? It's not people. The grant, them are gonna do this, and so the company are the grant, so them get the money for do it. for the people then. This country get and every Andrew own this project, this brother. But yesterday I thank him where you send down the money for come do this. And we might thank through this now. Yeah.
And Raymond. And this wouldn't have been possible without UKSIC, our partners from the United Kingdom who provided the grant funding, work with the Caribbean Development Bank, work with the National Irrigation Commission and your government to ensure that you are now.
Yeah, them at the grant funding do this. See the next one, yeah? And then we just let you go upon him again, you know. See the next one, yeah?
Fighting fish. When you have him on the line, give him small so you feel like it's a big fish. I like Jack, and I will have yes. So why are you here?
Andrew, please, sir. How are you, sir?
I tell you, I'm much better for seeing.
Yes, I pray the blood over your life. Yes. God bless and keep you and strengthen you. Here you're doing an excellent job.
A woman have to charge to treason, yeah? Woman, let me tell you this, you have to charge to treason. An excellent job with 28 bank account. Hey, come move in front of me. You see, these are the things that me couldn't do this. I cannot do this. Me know none of the Titans them can't do this neither. Because me I talk to Andrew and tell him the truth. Me know, hey, me difference still, you know. See, excellent job with what? 473 million in my account. 28 bank account. People are going like, dog! And the PR, the word not fix, and then PLIs. Mash up the country. And you call it excellent job. You're evil to society when you see Andrew and tell him this. You should have get charged with treason. And I joke me on it. But you see what I'm doing now, Byron?
Yeah.
You see what I'm doing? This is what I'm doing. PR, I mean, I tell us that people were done with him and him foolishness. See her? Yes, Byron.
All right. But, you know, I'm glad that you play those clips. But this is what I want to say to Jamaica. One of the first things that we all to bear in mind is that for the working class, middle class and so forth, right, who is the working ass of the economy or the engine of the economy, you are paying taxes. Where am I going? You are paying your taxes. There's no government with a PNP or GLP should have been campaigning on certain things that they ought to do.
Right, exactly.
In terms of developing the progress of the people. While the people are paying their taxes. Yes, it is the people taxes that make up the budget. And so then the responsibility of the government is to ensure that the budget being utilized in the best way, in the people's interests. So then, for government who, of course, being voted for to develop the progress of the nation in terms of whether you want to use policies, utilize policies, right? And of course, make communities get water that communities didn't have before, right? Should use that as a campaign strategy to campaign. Because you are doing the people's work and the people tax money are paying for these things. Let me give the people a shorter thing where they can look at. When we look at the infrastructure of our road, remember, for the commuters of the work the roads, they are paying their taxes. They have to register their vehicle. They have to license this and license that and do all of that. And so then with all those taxes being collected, this is how the government decided, okay, what we are going to use the tax dollars to do. How are we going to be able to create some social programs, right? So then we can maximize upward mobility for the people's life, right? And so then you have to understand that when you vote for whosoever you vote for, is going to represent you on your behalf.
Right.
So if I live into a community and that particular community, for argument's sake, don't have light, we are just reasoning now. And you have a politician who campaigned and said, okay, all right, for Rosedale who don't have light, right? If the Rosedale people vote for him, then of course he's going to ensure, right, that Rosedale get light. Now that was the very reasons why I vote for him. To put him into the parliament, right? To look about your affairs, to deal with your affairs. So then, his responsibility to you is to ensure that the affairs of the Jamaican people being dealt with in such a way to drive what we call nation building. If a politician, right, makes sure that he working for the people and the people are seeing what he has done, he wouldn't have any need to go to the people and try to PR something, because if you notice what the people are saying, the people are saying, be careful in terms of listening. People are saying, going 10 years, that they didn't have any water. Well, guess what? Let us put it this way. 9 of those 10 years is Andrew Holness administration.
But then they
9 of those.
They have river and them say pump. So the government are doing put in a bigger pump.
Yes.
Water commission and sustain it and give them water. Can them have water, you know?
Exactly.
Them have pump, them have river.
Exactly.
Here you have water.
Yes. I am saying this in terms of what? I'm saying this within the context.
Yes.
Within the context of how they stated.
Yes.
I'm just saying it within the context of how they stated.
Yes.
And I am saying that, okay, the government responsibility, as what Delano said, right, could simply, right, enhance, right, whatever pumping facilities there, you understand, where it can pump, right? A government shouldn't be campaigning or time cranking people as it relates to when it close to a general election. We are going to do this, and so then they can vote for us. You understand? Because we do this. The people are paying their tax money. Right? And it is the government responsibility, you understand, to ensure that that money being spent properly. Where Andrew Holness failed miserably. The government, the people tax money is what he robbed. This is where he failed miserably. When the people elect you, they elect you to go into that parliament and represent them on their behalf, not represent you and your family. Now let me ask you something, Andrew Holness. Andrew Holness, I'm asking you a personal question. When you venture into the politics, did you have the big house? Did you have so many shell companies? Did you have billions of dollars? I want to ask you a question. Since you are campaigning on those things, Andrew Holness, let me ask you a question. Before you became the Prime Minister of Jamaica, right? And before you venture into politics. So when I asked about 1997, you know. 1997, now when you went into politics. So when I ask you, as it relates to 1996 and beyond. Did you, Andrew Holness, have your big mansion? Did you have many companies, shell companies? No. What you have in terms of when you ask the people to put you in power, this is what you have done to the people. You have robbed their tax money. You have built yourself a mansion. You don't live in the place where you used to live before. You gone up atop there in a Beverly Hills. Not only that, you have $470 million that run through various accounts. Not only that, we see 143,000 US dollars leaving out of NCB, right? Venture into an account, leave out of SSL, gone into an account in NCB that 10 days prior, you took out that account with $0. This is what the people no. I want to ask you if these are the things that the people voted for you voted for. In the height of the COVID 2020, you call election, and as a result of that, many people died because of your cruelty. You impose stringent rules on them, 200 per mass, because you don't want them to come out to see when you go to SSL to collect money. You make sure so you impose stringent rules on them because it is during the pandemic you're profit maximizing. But let me ask you a question on Jones. Imagine when our other entity losing profit. I want to know which entity. Now, the Integrity Commission investigators, they want to know this, you know. You must say something to you, Andrew Holness, where you don't realize what is cooking up here. During the period 2020, right? 2019 and 2020. You must set this record straight. The way you tell the people them lie about SSL, you understand upon the Jamaica Stock Exchange at trade. You understand when SSL are thief the people their money. And I give it to you. When Mark Croskerry take out account right in St. Lucia, for you, Mark Croskerry do that. Right? And give you the people their money. He's a wicked and vicious person. You did a campaign about this and campaign about that. You're extremely wicked. In the height of the pandemic, you busy. There are millions of dollars. When people have to work, locked up inside and can't come out, because if they come out, they have to pay a lofty fines, like $200,000. You done that to the people, man, Holness. You done that to the people. I know where you're campaigning. Eh? Say give the people them water. Eh? You really caring. You really caring. You're campaigning now, say give the people them water.
Baran.
Eh?
Because too smart and call them by your name, you know, and I like, you know, you're fly green that. And yes, still a grant them getting free money. Grant. I'm not even, but shall give it down to the prime. Two of them. We have over 200,000 farmer, brother. What do Andrew? Listen, my father tell me this, and this about from back in the 70s. Say, if you have one sweetie, 5 hours, my siblings, them, you know, I'm say, don't eat it. If you alone, if you can't share it, no eat it. And we go with that principle same way, you know. You understand? And that decades ago, we are back down so. Decades. See? So you can have 200,000 or 200,000 farmers and then you show me to come and I tell you about water, them have river. And like you do something great. And then you put it up, Kaya look vote, like you see my work. And then hear this now, the 9 years I didn't sit down by Iran. No election. And you come and push this. When I tell you, we cut off him now. I want to this nastiness. We cut off him now. If you stop it, Byron, man. If you stop it, brother. See? Listen, that peer them I put up right now. Him tough tongue, do one of them, you know. And we dissect everything. You know, trick the people them again, brother. Nah, work. We no business. And you're right about the thing that Byron. You're right about money. 700,000 a woman a pay. Remember that one woman pay 700,000 for mask?
Exactly. Right? So the situation in terms of how the Prime Minister, right, committed treason against the Jamaican people, there's no to be about that. Feel the people are miserably, right? Rob and loot, film family and friends. Leave our healthcare, put our healthcare system in a crisis, right? This government is despicable. Despicable. When I look on the amount of wrongs that this government has done to Jamaican people, it's a crying shame.
We feel hungry, me go out on the road and me go look on food for buy, sir. And anywhere, me dey on the road and the police car drive down with a curfew hours. And them carry me go to jail and charge me for mass and breach a curfew. Anyhow, me go a station and they lock me up and put me under $100,000 bail bond, sir. And Friday gone me go to court, sir. And the judge charged me 700,000, Mr. Prime Minister. I want to share this with you. And when they put the bail ban and it then charge me from Mr. Prime Minister. I have pressure, me sick. Mr. Andrew, me live on Newborn 2nd Street, Panny Boulevard. Miss Holness know me everything. My name Erica. Mr. Parnell's charge me. I'm a MP, sir. And I want to reach out to them. I want this comment go all about around the place because me never hear this in that history. 700,000 people.
Continue, sir. Sita, we're not telling that on him, Sita.
So this is what I'm saying, right? That when taxpayers, you understand, paying their money, right? And you use taxpayers' money in circumstances when you use taxpayers' money. Then you come to taxpayer and I say, okay, all right, look, me give you water. And then you give taxpayer water. Whatever you do, and you do that. It is taxpayers' money. And this is a sort of politics, what we call dinosaur politics. Must stop. It must stop because these politicians start to have this, belief in their head that when they use taxpayers' money, whether to fix road, right? Whether to put in pipe infrastructures, whether to do whatever, they want the people to believe, honestly, they want the people to believe that the money coming out of their personal pocket. Politicians need to stop this. Andrew Holness, you need to stop this. If you build a house and you give it to whosoever you want to give it to, particularly when NHT money used, Andrew Holness, get it in your big head and a feel your money. All of them politicians would have grown and I talk about this and I talk about that. Look here. These are the people tax and the people need to understand this. Because the people are clinging to these politicians, you understand, as it relates to, making the politicians believe that they are the ones who finding the money, right, to fix these infrastructures. Taxpayers, it is your money. It is your money when you go to work and tax. You understand? These deductions came from your salary. Right? It is your money. What should be happen is that where you have a community and that community need whatever resources in that community and you vote for a politician and that particular thing don't address, what you should do is to make him becomes unemployed. Vote him out. You know what that means? Look, people, you know the power that you have in your finger. Hmm. Every single Jamaican hold up them finger. The power you have, you employ these politicians. Jamaicans, you need to. That's why I'm saying that, you know, we have to put back civics in the hands of the people. So the people understand the politics, because a lot of them, you know, are being lonesome. That's the problem. A lot of, all right, particularly the persons that have been at the garrison would have voted. And this is the problem now. They don't understand that when a politician come in there and I talk about water and give them water, you know who have to do this? The vase them. The vase them.
Who vase?
The vase them. You understand? Make it believe. Tell the Portland people who they are representing. Make it look like, and that's why you find it say all of him vase, you know. Put all in face for water truck, you know.
Water truck. But them should have the water truck. Byron, them not supposed to even have the water truck. You can't be a listen. Is it going to
water and I sell water to people? Hey, look here.
Yes.
They are the ones who make sure that the people them not get them tap water because they want to use it as a business. You understand? Chuck water and sell them. Can you imagine the wickedness?
Exactly.
Can you imagine the wickedness? And then sometimes when you see all of this what you call how should I put it? You know when time chicken drink rum? You understand? I'm talking about Marie.
Where repeat where you said Vals at Anne-Marie at
chicken drink rum. Marie, what's your name?
Anne-Marie.
Anne-Marie
Vals. Yeah. She had a.
You understand? No, I mean, look.
Yes.
She's acting like money come out of her personal purse. You understand? To the patrol. And she jump on, hey, see, hey. These are the type of
it's not keep good.
That need to be stopped. These are the people. Let me explain what going on.
Hey.
It's like, let me put it in the easiest way where people understand. It's like you have your money and you go to a car mart. Your money, you know, your hard-working money. And you go to a car mart and the man would sell the car, right? You take out your money out of your pocket and give him and pay for your car. And when him give you the car, you understand, him a jump around. Hey, me give you a car. I feel your money. I hear money.
Yeah. I
hear money. People don't need to understand this. So when Andrew Holness, the cut with banana bread, and listen to me, in Canada, we alone some can tell you because we alone some live in Canada. Me live in Canada. No politician, no grown and do that in Canada.
And America too. None of them.
No politician can do that. They can't do that.
Right.
People, get you see.
Byron.
We have to teach them to be
Byron, last month the MP, ring my boss. The MP, me don't even know. And ask me, Byron, if me go vote for him. Him just, I remember him not coming to police and nobody. I just him and the next lady. Not gonna ask if you go vote for him if you can't vote. Him just ask, say, well, consider, you know. And him gone. Him just introduce himself and gone. But tell me what, the road always, I remember, you know, the road.
Yes.
There's enough plate when a job me make. It have to sweep, it have to wash off and clean up them road there. See? And the rubbish, no let go into the place. And the rubbish, you think you're not see nobody else stop on a people roadside like in New York, you know. You can't do that. You never want to do it.
Which politician in Canada? Yes, and walk around and tell people that, okay, I fix the road and fix
None
this.
of them can do that.
As a matter of fact, none of them.
None.
You understand? As it relates to
yes.
various contractors who are doing the road, we have politicians that go in between and talk about this and that. Just like the style where Andrew wants to do. You understand? As it relates to crime. You understand? Yes. Go into a particular area and deal with the superintendent of police and, okay, one of the police don't tell him how crime is, how, you know, they are dealing with the the murder rate going down and this and that and no politician will do that.
No, but that's a breach. Because if you ask
politician will do that.
Baron, if you ask them, no, but if you ask them still, the Prime Minister can't give them he's not supposed to go to them and tell them and them tell them and them tell them, say, don't give them no name. We don't give them name. We don't pick them up. That means if them see me and you and Pastor Ricky lie, them can say, well, it's a gang, all right, the Titans gang. And I can't be a gang.
The thing hurt me because a lot of politicians do believe that they are doing things for the people. They are doing the people a favor.
Yeah.
They do believe, they honestly, panel, they do believe that they are doing the people a favor.
Right.
So let me ask the people a question. If there's no tax collected, how the government is going to function? No other people. If no tax collected, how the government is going to be function? It's going to function.
That's right.
The government can't function. The government cannot function, period. So people, you need to understand that you are not supposed to even beg a politician to do certain things, Hear the conversation what we wanted to have with the politician. Point out the areas that the politician need to address and tell him to him face. Any politician will come in your community, tell them to your face, listen to me. If you can't get this fixed, me dey fire you. Me employ you. It is my taxpayers' tax money paying you.
That's right.
So we are not supposed to ask you and I beg you how much years and I crawl behind you and I say clean up the bridge here. You understand? Fix a bridge here and blah, blah. You see the tri-bridge? The tri-bridge is the next bangarang, We not supposed to. You understand? They tell you on the link and blah, blah, blah. Listen, my man, you can't fix it, man. Listen, my man, we're voting you out. Yes, you're dismissed. We are going to dismiss you. And we're not begging you to fix it. We are telling you to fix it. And we are giving you an ultimatum. And if it's not fixed, then we will speak to you at the ballot. It's simply the people. Tell them, let them know. Say, yes, now give you an ultimatum. The people, that's why the community must have neighborhood watch. And where you have people, strong people, who can speak on behalf of the community. We're not talking about no done, We're not talking about no community done. Them something for dash rate. No done. We're talking about good neighborhood watch and having a group and where people can represent the community and speak for the community. And when he speaks, he's speaking through the length and breadth of the community, the eyes of the community. When you keep on a meeting, and so then when you have a meeting with the politicians, then the community must tell the politicians, say, look, we have the road down there, so we need fix. How much years it did it, and it not fix. And hear what happened now. We are going to vote for you. And we want you to fix this road. Ask them, can you fix this? Are you going to get this fixed? You know why you don't remember? You see, if him can tell you how he can get it fixed and find ways and means, why are you voting for him? Why are you voting for him? Let me give you the example and break it down, make you understand. If you go to the market and you want a nice, ripe soursop for juice the following day, and when you go to the market, you see a lady, you understand, have some big soursop, but none of them are ripe for your use for the following day. And then you see another lady, have some soursop, and her soursop seems to be the soursop what you want. Because when you look on that person's soursop, that soursop is going to ripe for the following day. Then, which one of the person's soursop you are going to buy? Not the one that suits your need. This is the point I'm making. The one that suits your need. So if you have a politician say, he might run political representation, remember, I know you, I know the community, but tell himself he's going to run, And him tell himself, say, certain problems within the community, man never fix, him know how to fix it. And him tell himself that, you know. And so then, him tell himself, say, he's going to run to make a difference. And so then, when him come for him campaign, and we listen to him, and he said he's going to make a difference, and we said, all right, how are you going to make a difference? And he tell us he's going to do this, I'm going to do that, and we said, okay, all right, if you say you are going to do this, and you are going to do that, well, the this and that you are going to do in future reference, that is what we want. So then, we are going to give you a chance for you to go to Parliament and represent us on our behalf. And so then, when we voted for him, we expect that to be done. And so then, we give him his ultimatum that, listen, my boss, if you can't get it done within your 5 years tenure, nobody come back round us and ask you not voting. Because we dey fire you, because we hire you.
Byron, make we add on something to that now. So the politician, Byron, make we add on something to that. The politician, you know, them to represent you in this song. And that's true. You are the boss. You have veto powers. And Byron just explain it to you. You have veto powers, right? So it's the same like I'm telling you, if you have a group, if you have group meeting for real. So the politician there, if he find himself in each of these group meetings, because remember the place that are big, right? So you have a district over there, so an area over there, so an area. So him pick out when he come, because he must listen to what the constituent tell him. The constituent, in the constituency, and then you voice your opinion on what you want for now, all your things there, and him to go, they go represent that. You understand? Him to go play with them. So if him not from the opposite hand, and we say them now, but we say you have fight, and we see where you have fight for me, understand? You not government. You not come give me a talk, you know. Andrew, let me tell you this. Andrew only supposed to tell not promise I tell the same, I'm gonna fix this now, you know, 9 years. 9 years plus. 9 years gone from February. 2 term done.
You know that's why we fair him.
Brother, 2 term done.
That's why we fair him.
Him for go to prison too.
Because no promise, he has not kept any of his promise to the people.
No.
And so then the people need to fire him.
Him for go away.
Fire him.
And so when I do this,
because the people don't hire him.
Yes. So when I do this, brother, we are telling him for just go away. None of them in a government are supposed to come and tell you. I'm gonna tell you something again, Byron. And it's back. This way you see a government now go around and I cut some indigent house, some little baby things, so you don't go show our people them desperate. It mash up the place. It has show us our people them straight down in a poverty. When they must show and think of something good they do, we are look at it and say, my God, look at the people them give the people them to go live. Then when them show me the bun and cheap, the bun now, it make it worse. If everybody are work, but you still can't buy a bun for yourself. That will show you the state of the country at wreck. Even if you turn and I give a bun out of your little thing, then them thief up some more. For you now, as a man, how you feel as a man, you have your wife and your kid, and if you not come give a bun, one of the labor, them come give a bun with them face pan it. You know, eat piece of bun and cheese and a Easter. That will show you Jamaica bad, brother. When them tell you magly night, you know, brother. Me I say them don't know how bad this look, you know, brother. It look terribly, you know. Me not have nobody come that night to forgive me bun and cheese. You couldn't come do that. But buy one bun and cheese. Yeah. So when them people can't buy them bun and cheese and you have to buy the big thing and then a video and I put it up. Like you do something great, you don't show me, or you take the people and put them in a disappears. Disappear. Yeah. I'm not joking, me Byron.
Exactly.
Yeah.
See? Not true, Pastor Ricky.
Yeah, let me just jump in real quick. What the Prime Minister is doing in St. Mary 3 weeks ago, him got turn on a water main, and then the clips where you just show with the 2 farmers. These are political campaign ads that he's putting out there because he's in the campaign mode. But the 2 farmers is less than 0.5% of the 200,000 farmers in Jamaica. So it shows you that he's not a man of the people. Like how Michael Manley was a man of the people. He's a man of his party. Those are JLP supporters, those two farmers that he put in the picture. Now, go back to 2023. In 2023, the prime minister, there was a drought that they created, a man-made drought in Jamaica.
Yes,
there was a man-made drought that they created in Jamaica. In 2023, the prime minister made a lot of promise to the people as it relates to him gonna get water in them house. And when you speak, you think he must speak for the whole Jamaica. Go back to the February 26th on the local government election night when them lose the local government election. Them run up a Belmont Road and them say, I get it. They need water and roads. So it's sad that now, a couple months before another general election is constitutional due, 5 months or 4 months from now, he's now projecting himself to understand the need of the people. But as you and Sir Byron says, when you vote for a politician or a government official, they're getting paid through taxpayers' funding. And so you hire them to provide a service that they promise you during an election campaign that they will be able to fulfill for you. So then when they go into office, you have expectation that they will deliver on the promises that they made. But for 9 wasted years, the lady said, 10 years, them not have no water. So out of the 10 years, as Sir Byron said, 9 of those years fall under his leadership, or if he's a leader, under his tenure, put it that way, because he's not a leader. Under his tenure.
Yes.
Right, under his tenure, because he's not a leader. He can't even lead him on the party, but that's another story. So for 9 years, in 2015, him run out and make all these grandiose promises. The first 100 days, we will do this, we will do that. And 9 years, the people them are wait for everything we promised to do. And him fail to do it. So finally, the Jamaican people have to come out of that mindset. Exactly. That when a government official or the prime minister do any work that you hire them to do, you don't need to congratulate them and thank them, because that's what you're paying them for. So if them do infrastructure with roads and bridges, if them turn on, putting back the pump them and turn on back the water, you don't need to congratulate them or thank them or bow down to them. That's what you elected them to do. You have an expectation. And so until the people change that mindset and make it look, that's why the prime minister and his government will always have power and control over the people. And Sir Byron, you're right. Civics needs to be taught again. So the people that need to know that the power of the vote, as you said, the power of their finger, that you can put someone in office and you can take someone out of office. And so you don't bow down to them and thank them for what. Remember in 2023, said, last point, in 2023, said, we need to give a salary increase so we can start performing. Remember? So here we are 2 years later, after them get 200 to 300%, and I just now him get 2 farmer out of 200,000 farmer, 2 JLP farmer, them get water. Sad. I mean, him need to get voted out, man. That's less than 0.5% of the farmers in Jamaica. So what about the rest of 200,000 farmers? Over to you, Father.
Melting pot. I'm gonna make a master. But see one of the tanker where them go put up. Look what one. See one here. Me tell you we have the thing them, you know. Let me turn it up.
Because there's no pipeline. Just to pull the water so the citizens can benefit from it. This man can't meet this community anything. So I'm calling on the council authority and James to put some water in the tank with the resources that is provided by this because time come now for this community to get water in their pipe. Time come for the community to see what they are voting for. No water in this pipe. But this is a question.
Watch your pipe now, brother. We get the tank and look on the pipe. Them and Andrew them are going to do it now.
Well, I'm not tell you something.
I like a stand. Look at them and the people there.
My God.
And no water. You have to fill them tank and then them put a little cest and a little thing like that. Them water. You know,
it's crazy.
Tank. You know, you also want 2 of them tank or 3 for yourself. No, look on them they know. You know, for your whole community with all them 5 little tank or 4 little tank and then the water no in there. Them just put it and put a little thing there. You know, them are try to trick the people again. Them say the people them own them very dunce. Right? Yeah, we're gonna make him melt them up. But yeah, we want you melt them up with 2. We want to bring in Draws Davis. I want you melt them up because you know them try. We see we are wind down, you know, with time I kick hard, you know, but melting pot if we go melt up Draws Davis them for me. We see them a Big Mama. You remember the other day when the guy with them D. Lawrence Low, D. Lawrence will come out and them draw a little thing but Pandate and Campbell and say, boy, you know, them a promise Senate seat and illegal, not illegal, but you know. But them just come up with thing and corruption. No, Big Mama, Draws Davis, Nancy Draws Davis, Andrew Holness and one of them plan, Fishheadless a part of the plan for make Dapper brother-in-law get the seat, you know. But have that right as a Fishheadless a part of that too, you know, from up a Big Mama. So to show you so them know the plan, them take Apacrolyps. People don't know Apacrolyps, right? When name Delano Senior.
Delano Seabright. Delano Seabright.
Senior people. Yeah, it's better than them. See when the man be mass, so you know see him. See him, yes. Apacrolyps. See him there? Apacrolyps, yeah. Alright, so Delano Apacrolyps, them deal with film thing now and give him the Senate. And give him a little thing, maybe I just say 2 months and 3 months. Andrew I try to trick him, you know. Andrew I try to trick him. Yeah, when you put him in there, that him back off. I'm gonna make you make a plate and you're here Draws Davis. I tell you exactly what them do. Hear these people. That's for sure them look a plan. Yes, that's for sure them look a plan. The one of them are nasty this, you know. Draws Davis is not this, but Delano smarter than them. Delano always come out and say play chess. You know what Delano do? Checkmate him. Because you can't move him again from the Senate, you know. He must resign. And then it will have around 4 months left in less than 5 months. Same after this card when him call election or what have you, and it will dissolve. You can't fire, you can't move him. See? So Andrew say my Judas, watch this. Watch this.
Civic is in this position of having been given a Senate seat, given a ministerial appointment, and now, as they would say, whop he back by the Labour Party.
Yeah, these people. These are the same nastiness when I talk about D. Lawrence Rowe and corrupt because of the promising Senate seat. Hear this now.
To continue, Civic is in this position of having been given a Senate seat, given a ministerial appointment, and now, as they would say, whop he back by the Labour Party. And is going to seek the nomination in a seat that people thought his interest in had been set aside.
Set aside, no corruption, not brother. If interest set aside, if you have ambition to, you want to turn Prime Minister to, you want to turn an MP. You can't send a Senate seat and turn an MP and turn a Prime Minister. See? So you have to turn an MP. He want to turn an MP because you know, see, you know, I think that's I'm gonna play Big Mama and then let you go there, melting pot. Yeah, Big Mama chatting pan this now.
Troubles in the Labour Party involve Tom Tavares Finson through his son Christian, who I gather would like to succeed Carl Samuda. And Samuda says, not over my dead body.
No, because him don't want to do him that. Him know your Big Mama and him know the one I know. Yeah, when him say them are going to do Samuda again. And the man said, the man have him wife. The man said, not over my dead body. Him not do it.
Christian, who I gather would like to succeed Carl Samuda. Who I gather would like to succeed Carl Samuda.
Yeah, people, one more time.
I gather would like to succeed called Samuda.
Yes.
And Samuda says, not over my dead body. It nah happen.
It now happen, the man know it.
Time for the break.
People are two ways him attack to, by the way. I let God melting pot for deal with this. So he want to succeed a call Samuda. Call Samuda come out to the wife and say, not over my dead body, you know. You big mama, queenie, no. Nah, come near me. No, nah, suck no seed around here. None. You understand? Melting pot, take what this to me there. Call Samuda 9 you know. Can know them style, you know, Patrick Canal, you know. You understand? Melting pot. You see what I go on here, so do?
Yeah. Clear and obvious. But at the same party run out with the and say the PMP a dog and a power grabbing.
Exactly.
But this just showed the height of power grabbing where them have. That encamp it around them. That it bring all them party into disrepute. But Andrew Wallace exhibit power grabbing from calling the election in a pandemic, the last one, you know. That was to grab power as well.
True.
So I have to correct him on, you know, the topic power grabbing. Now, this power grabbing feud that is going on in the Jamaica Labour Party stem from the fact that they disrespected a senior member from within the party as it relates to Carl Samuda. In the first place, literally getting rid of Carl Samuda without even contacting him in person. He heard it through the media. And so what has happened is that Carl Samuda has decided, well, this is my seat. I go and sit in it. I'm not relinquishing it. And so Andrew Holness, within his own spectrum of power grabbing, wanting to put Christian Finson up there.
That's a dark part, better laugh.
That's a dark part.
Not towards dark part, oh, yes.
Well, yes. You know?
Yes.
And Samuda said, no, I'm not having it. And why Samuda is not having it? Samuda was disrespected first and foremost. And based on Delano Apacrolyps, you know, public speech that him present, is that he has been serving in that region since he was a part of the young movement of the Jamaica Labour Party. And he has spent a lot of time within that region. And so Carl Samuda endorsed him as the man to replace him. And Andrew Wallace want put Dagpa, father-in-law, son in that constituency. Now we have a rift. A rift that seems to have no ending. Because Apacrolyps is adamant that he is the man to represent the people up there.
Make a give a monkey wrench. In 1993, Dagpa father-in-law challenge Carl Samuda up there, so you know. When Carl Samuda turned PMP.
Yeah.
Still. So them arrival, you know.
Them arrival from long time. Yeah, we know that. Remember that era there.
Them not gonna give him son.
No.
Better than them thing. Them not gonna give Dagpa better-in-law, not worse. Better-in-law. Nah give. Yes. Yeah, man.
But the whole bottom line of this saga, you know, is that Andrew Wallace, as I said earlier on, want to... I know I'm going to lose the general election, but what Andrew Wallace wants is some loyal people that him put in some seat where him know them are going to retain. But Andrew, them seat they're not going to retain. That's the bottom line. I tell you, say, it's a clean sweep out. So whatever your mechanism is telling you, it is pointing you in the wrong direction. Because Andrew Wallace, you are not Prime Minister material. You have done so much harm to Jamaica that the entire electorate Forget about the little Nancy cobweb them they follow around the same way. Them they can't help you. So when we see her go around now, I want rejig the GLP party to suit your needs. You're only damaging the Jamaica Labour Party. You're sinking it further than it is today. All these PR that you're trying to formulate leading up to the general election, it's not gonna help you. You walking around in fish vending era won't help you. You trying to get a woman to speak on behalf of the water that getting Panansos cannot help you. Because first and foremost, you did not tell the woman to thank the partnership from the UK. The woman only speak primarily about you, Andrew Holness, and your GLP government. She did not once remember the grant that come from the United Kingdom, nor the World Bank. So right away, you are just making matters worse. That woman should not have been the person that is addressing that situation and making a video telling you thanks. You did not do anything. And as Byron rightly said, and I mean the entire panelists know that. Is it taxpayers' money that you are spending? And what we have seen in recent time is the Jamaica Labour Party going on as if they are spending their own money to do development in Jamaica. Now, way back from last year, we warned you about this water situation because we know you were going to use it as a campaigning tool strategy. And we warn you about it. Now we see where you're going all over the island, the land of food and water, and trying to give the people them water. Water is a priority that should not run parallel with no election campaign. Road is a priority that should not run parallel with no election campaign. And so when we see you using those two main commodities as your strategy going forward, we have to rub you out. We have to rub you out. And so, when it comes to Delano Seabright and that seat up by Red Hills Road, Delano Seabright are the better choice for the seat. Because the people them know about Delano Seabright, them don't know about Dog Pa, father-in-law, son. Where you try Shubin. And I can't tell you the people them don't want him. Them want Delano Seabright. But Delano, I will remind you of one thing, and that's why you must not be a tool for nobody. And you use you cut up the people them raft down a country.
Yes, definitely.
You understand? And this show a weakness within you as an individual wanting to represent people in Jamaica. You cannot destroy people and then turn on wanting to represent them. You should have denounced what Andrew Holness wanted you to do and refused from doing it. But the same people where you endorse now are suffering people who you have the best interest at your heart. No, people are people anywhere you go in the world, you know. So the people them down a country where you cut up them raft, them not different from who you want to represent up a Red Hills Road, you know. So even though I say you better than Dog Pa, father-in-law, son, me not say you're good somebody to represent nobody in Jamaica. Because I see the work of you. You're a destructive element as well. And you don't have your own moral compass. You're used for Andrew one. So you have to come out and apologize to the rafter them down there sincerely. And not just the rafter, but the entire Jamaica woman abroad in the diaspora. As to your sorriness for what you did to the Jamaican people. Now you want to re-elect Jamaican people. You can't have your cake and eat it both ways, my brother.
True.
You have to know, say, for people you deal with, you have to deal with people upon a just cause. You cannot deal with people because you've been told to destroy people. That won't make you a good representative of people, I'm telling you from now. So you have to change your folly ways and come again. Because the whole of them in a corruption, you know, because that's what you do to the raft of them a corruption. I see rafters showing you them entitlement to use the river. But you pay can't respect in regard to them documentation. And you carry out your act of retribution by destroying the people them livelihood. I remember Andrew Holness did the same thing over Clifton. So what we're looking at is a demolition party we are going to destroy Jamaican life. But when it comes to election time, because no want the big gravy trade where the parliament, you know, the big salary. You see how that beg and a beseech? Because without the people, you can't be elected member. You don't know nobody. Andrew Holness was nobody until Jamaican give him the opportunity. And what Andrew Holness do, him teach the people them left, right, and center day and night. All when the country locked down, Andrew a thief. Andrew teach the election in a lockdown as well, let me tell you now. And kill off thousands of Jamaicans. And I see Jamaican people and that's this piece of garbage. All that little woman there at the fish vendor. That woman did not carry about 100 million times. Is a lunatic that endorse Andrew Holness. No man with this strong livelihood not supposed to get no appraisal. Them they are garbage and not supposed to know that. So it hurt me to the core when me still see my Jamaican people. I bow down and I worship this criminal here. And I endorse him. Everywhere him go, him supposed to get rejected. No two ways about that. Because Andrew Holness has exhibited and unleashed a barrage of destruction upon Jamaica. Now we see all the police them get immune to Andrew corruption. And Andrew we have dictatorship. That's all a youth. Nicely dressed in him khaki with him bag. Coming from school with two of his schoolmates, two female. Not carrying out any bad behavior. Police pull up. Ask him for a search. We don't have a problem with that. But if you search, I remember, I know, him at 15, him is a juvenile. If you search a juvenile, yeah, and you find him clean, go your ways and leave the juvenile alone. Don't try to upset this young individual. I remember Jamaica is a democracy country with a democracy that give the rights to everyone to freedom of speech. So if the youth say him not like police, that no mean you have to do what we see you do him, you know. Tear off him clothes like you fight your girl in a nasty police boy. Criminal police boy. With your badge and gun. We represent a criminal government. You come out and do a little youth like this. Mash up all him wrist fracture right now. Him a up. And then the nasty police them up at Glengarth. I disregard the mother for the youth. No one take no statement now carry the child go to hospital. Just leave him for dead like that. So me glad when me see the People's National Party come. Me no hear nothing from Andrew Holness yet, you know. Me no hear nothing from nasty thinking dirty Guga too. Cause man no Gugu, you know, man. Guga too. Me a fix him up good tonight. Nasty dirty crab. You know hear nothing from him. Yeah. So when Donna Scott Matley come out and represent the People's National Party and put out that speech, and in her speech, she profoundly said that every police officer on that scene must be held accountable. And I endorse that. And not just held accountable, but must be charged and put behind bars.
True.
And I want the mother for this child and the father file a lawsuit against these criminal policemen. Because it's time we stamp out this atrocity that we see our citizens has been dealt. Yeah. We have to stop that. Andrew Holness can't go around and create new gang. He might create a new gang when named Speculation Gang. That me here come out, I'm out. No, if you can identify a gang, it simply means we don't have no gang, you know. But I don't know about a gang or gangs that go around by the name of Speculation, you know. So Andrew Holness, what me see I do right now, you know, and at this, I want the Jamaican people to listen keenly and understand. Andrew Holness is inciting violence. Andrew Holness is inciting state killing within our society. Andrew Holness is hell-bent on killing the ghetto youths before them even realize them dream. Because of the first school youth we are witness, I get brutalized by the state. We see one was lifted and tossed in the back of a vehicle, hit against the wheel arch in the back of the vehicle, and they saw the toughest part of the back of the vehicle. And we witnessed that. And we don't hear nobody from within the hierarchy of the Jamaica Constabulary Force. We don't hear the Prime Minister come out. We don't hear the Commissioner of the Police come out. We don't hear nobody come out and denounce that. Now we see another episode again, school youth. So we want to know when this is going to stop. How far you expect to expand your atrocity behavior upon the citizens of Jamaica? You soon turn upon the school girl them too. Yeah, mash up everybody and Holness. It's a reason why the youth say not like police. If our policemen and women were acting civilized as police should, this youth would be in favor of you. He would feel joyous to see you, and he would comprehend with you accordingly. But because of the nasty behavior and the practices, up to the school youth, them not like you, the decent one. Because you can tell that young youth was a decent child.
Yes.
Him say he's afraid to go with you because he's scared of what might happen to him. So he wanted somebody to accompany him, and he has his right to request that. But what you did, you use your force, you use your badge and gun, and you beat up the little school youth. Eh? But I want to know if you still at work, you know, because all of you know what they say, you know. Supposed to be suspended pending investigation. And if I'm me, I've not video with Uno. Me no need not more than the video we me see right now. Because the video show you from the whole concept of the event occur. And we are seeing police behaving in unfamiliar pattern as it relates to our policemen should conduct themselves. That is not the behavior of a policeman. So we have problem. So the entire Jamaica Labour Party is in shambles.
No, me a no, bro.
Go to the station, you make a call.
No, you make a call. No, you make a station. You might come check the no, brother,
Mash him up.
No, you can't tell me no. You can't tell me no. You are accosted. Yeah? A school youth. And you search him back and you find him clean. Go on your ways and ask the police. Go on your ways and allow the youth. Where you going to develop an altercation with the youth for? Eh? A sound mighty and powerful. Me never know a so bro God have no know a work.
Now limping.
Bro devil really rather. Look now, look on the state of the youth.
There were no claws, no fangs. It was instead an encounter with the police as he walked home from school. He says he was walking with 3 female classmates when a police vehicle pulled up. They asked to search him. He agreed. Nothing was found. But what came next is believed to have been a result of a comment the teen admits he made. He doesn't like the police. He claims he was ordered to go into the vehicle and was told he'd be arrested for using indecent language, an order he resisted for this reason.
God know what they're going to do to me if I go down there by myself.
So is it that you were scared?
Exactly, because them are going to say, me try for one stay and do one bag of things, so like them did say me I threatened them. I wasn't threatening anyone, I was just telling them I go call people and make them know what I do.
And when he resisted, the 2 officers reported
I school him a come from look, hey, you see what them do to him? You can't believe Jamaica acts up, 15-year-old.
This is
no, them are a police, brother. Them are criminal.
Yeah. But when me want say no, the youth say him not like police and them say them I go arrest him because them use indecent language. Yeah. If I use the term I don't like police, is that an indecent language?
No, you can't say what you want to say. That's sympathy.
Yeah, you know, say these policemen gone rogue. They gone rogue. And it is a result of Andrew Holness. And Andrew Holness involvement, like him is a dictator. Yeah, everywhere you see him with police.
Yeah, the mother.
Conduct PR.
One allegedly used the baton, striking him on the wrist and at his side. His mother had just gotten home from work when she got a panicked call. She rushed to where he was, but by then, the officers had already left. She then went to the Glengoff police station, where she confronted one of the officers involved. She says she was told her son was being arrested for what? And do all of that. Like seriously? She's demanding justice, as she says the police also refused to take a statement about the incident.
It's not a big man, he's a 15-year-old. If you hold on to him, I expect you to call my phone and say, Mother, I have your son at the station or something because him do something. I expect you to do me pick me so. I may ask you to carry him go to the hospital. I would go tell me so I'm not doing it. And at them do him so. And at me, I left him so at home. I don't send him so at school. And I reach out to police officers and nobody taking no statement. Them have me like a idiot up and down.
On Sunday, she told CVM News she has since filed a report at the Inspectorate and Professional Standards Oversight Bureau, IPROBE, who confirmed it would investigate the matter.
But them came up and come from school. Remember, police are get paid. Them is the next thing, That is not the law. We have a law of the land. And the public defender, when them step on church and take my back seat, we have a problem with them. See? And them hide them. So I'm not done with this, because I remember me the human rights.
My brother, what we see in front of we here, so right it has show with the state of the society. And it has show with that these policemen know exactly what they are doing, that they will not be charged. These policemen are acting on directive order coming from the Prime Minister Crab and the Commissioner. Without these men supporting these actions, they will never do it. It is no two ways about it. That is not rocket science. It's plain. It's a part of civics. Without they know that they will not be fired, suspended, or charged. They wouldn't do it. So Andrew Holness have to take the blame. Crab have to take the blame.
Let me add something to
the
that.
Whole of, yeah, go on, my brother.
To that. People want to know this, and so it come from I think yesterday morning. The little youth, them underage youth, them are booger right now. Them are get more than the girl child. So them in a danger. Yes.
See it?
And in them in a danger in all kind of ways. Police are killing some of them are booger them.
A booger them. So the youth them pray to go with them.
What happened to Jamaica, man? What happened to the youth? Them are endangered species, you know. This earth, you know. Anybody that can be your son or your grandson or your nephew or something, this must happen. The man if you get charged. You can imply them people here. Serve protect and reassure and them look on your 15-year-old son and mash him up like this and leave him. You know, I'm a doctor. If him say no like police, you search him, you not find nothing. He might walk with some girl. You drag him in a jeep, you lock him up. Him now go because he might call some people him not trust you know. You know mash him up. When they tear off him uniform, hey, them get fired, you know, them are police, you know. Them are some criminal. You tear off him up to uniform, for one uniform, him have to go back to school. Beat him with back and tear off him clothes, brother.
Humiliate the youth in front of him schoolmate them. Humiliate this youth in front of him schoolmate them and the community. And to me, it look like they want to take what the youth go do something outside the law. Because you know, so the youth are act suspicious in no way. Remember, youth I walk with two girls, you know. Him a stroll easy like Sunday morning. Attack with them schoolmate them. Them police boy I want to take what the youth go do something outside a real policing. They are predators. And the young boys them in trouble in Jamaica. So the youth have a right, don't want to go with them.
But me ask Byron something them, Pepper. Byron.
Yeah.
If them remember them a booger enough for the little youth, them and if them can't close up. I cannot think, hey, them police have to get charged. You go and tear him, beat him and tear him close up on that side up. Assault him too.
Remember look, hey.
Sexually assault him too.
Yeah, man, how you mean? How you mean if sexually assaulting them, enough of them not play them game there? Enough of the little young police boy, them are number 2. Them are number 2 in a Jamaica. Them are nastiness. Enough of them. The whole force out they pull up of them. Because remember it run through the society from top to bottom, you know. And with the whole heap of influx of cocaine, you know, it get them high and jiggy.
Let me ask you something. I mean, I ask Pastor Ricky and Melting Pot and Byron. If you see a girl like this, a school girl under 8, and you hold up and tear off her blouse like this, don't them gonna charge you for sexual assault and another assault?
Of course.
Yeah, so if they tear a film shirt, then police have to get charged for sexual assault?
Of course, them get charged for sexual assault.
Because they are rape the boy enough for Jamaica.
Yes.
But you know what, Father Lonesome and Melting Pot, Sir Byron, that youth they're gonna live with the trauma for the rest of their life.
Oh.
So I'm gonna need counseling. So where are the human rights lawyers to step up now and defend this and have a strong case, because it's on video. Them can't deny it. This is evidence of the brutality.
Well, me, I tell Andrew Holness and the GSCF hierarchy and Nasty Crab and Thinking Google too, make sure you put out a statement in regard to this video within 24 hours. Make sure all of these policemen involved are taking out frontline duty and charged with sexual assault. We don't have too much number 2 in the force out there. Them are no police. Remember, enough time we know them commit them type of behavior, you know. Where them assault, sexually assault, both male and female. They are predators. They are sex predators. And we did not see any reason for this young man to be dealt with this in this manner. Humiliated in front of his schoolmates and friends. Humiliated in community space. And now a video is gone viral. As Pastor Ricky said, this young man will need some real counseling to get back him headspace together. And this is as a result of the nasty regime where we have in Jamaica. We are tell police to beat the citizens to kill all the ghetto youth.
Yeah, man. Let me hear Byron and say on this. Byron, let me ask a question now. This a bush, them are sexually assault the little youth them now. And police. Maybe the girl them never there on a camera, maybe them draw them and maybe we'll find a dead body or something.
At that one, my brother.
What you see, Byron?
Well, as it relates to what we had seen highlighted there with the police, right, abusing, right, the teenager. I mean, obviously, this goes even bigger. It's a bigger issue than just that, because this speaks indicative to Andrew Holness led government of the sort of abuse the government, you understand, is actually meting out to the people. Because look, yeah, we saw that clip as it relates to the police dealing with that youngster, and it's quite alarming. But remember that what Jamaica witnessed under the Andrew Holness led administration is a series of human rights abuse.
Yeah.
Your police had gone to the homes of individuals, took them out of their homes, right? And, you know, take them, number 3 them. You have seen situation where, you know, even recently, police went into the home of an individual, right, via the person, mother being pulled out and put outside, right? And then the police, you know, number 3 them. What is shocking about all of this is the blatant reflection of the actual events of these egregious crimes. Situations that really touch the core of, you know, the disrespect as it relates to, you know, the care for our brothers and sisters. But what is more painful in all of this is the government silence.
Yeah.
The government indication that the government is tolerating the behavior. So we have a more serious situation, and this is the government that is asking, right, the electorate to give him a 3rd term. To do what?
More of this.
To abuse the people of Jamaica. Now, remember, it is not a one-off incident that we have seen with the police. These behavior becoming consistent.
Yeah.
And it seems like, right, the sort of, you know, predominant behavior, seems like it want to force itself to be the norm. And so then it appears as if that under Andrew Holness led administration, this is the particular culture of the police. A sort of brute force tactics, you understand? An encouragement by the government itself to disrespect the Jamaican citizen, to abuse them. It's very serious. So while we are talking about, while we see that situation with the teenager, right? Overall, it is indicative of the Andrew Holness-led government, right? Being tolerant to human rights abuse. So then you have to understand that, okay, all right, the police officers who are doing this, they are in a comfort zone. And let me describe what I said when I said they are in a comfort zone. It simply means that there is no repercussions from their behavior. There is no system set in place, and that's why Andrew Holness himself, right, speak of it. Andrew Holness himself, define it. Remember when you have the deportees coming to Jamaica?
Yes.
Andrew Holness said to them that if you are coming to Jamaica, don't carry on anything that you carry on in the United States, because the police that you are meeting under my tenure is a different set of police than you leave here. So what Andrew Holness is saying, that under his authority,
yes,
right? He will have the police do anything what they want to do by any means necessary. Andrew Holness to realize that is what he's saying. He is saying, and let me say why it is by any means necessary. Then if you have video clips where police hold man in handcuff, and where the police could have just simply, right, use his physical strength to the fact that you handcuff the man.
You that him kill again,
And when the police, having struggled in making the operation, the police decided that, look here, me now waste my physical strength.
I shoot you.
Right? Me I shoot him, me I kill him, me I take him life. So then you ask the question, okay, all right, since you see that, and since you see where police went in people home, right, and took them out of the homes and number 3 them. So let us ask the question. This begs the question that I'm going to ask. Does the Jamaican police force understand the use of force theory? Does the Jamaican police force even practice the use of force theory? Do they understand what the use of force theory means?
Only, Baron, only in uptown circumstances and the big boy, them practice use of force theory with them.
So,
them don't go around them. Oh, get up people now, them break every laws.
Yeah. But again, what we are saying here, Lonesome, is that it captured these activities being captured. The fact of the matter, we are talking about the government.
Yes.
You understand? Being aware of the situation, not being oblivious. It is not a situation that out there and they don't know about it. They are aware about it. We talk on social media. We challenge them, you understand, to take positive action towards the situation. And they care yet. As a matter of fact, the Commissioner of Police came out, you understand, and want to verbally abuse
the human rights
body.
Yes.
You have seen that the Minister of National Security
do it too.
Is not inclined, you understand, to go parallel with the human rights body. They are seeing the human rights body as an enemy of the police.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine?
That Andrew, that's why people, listen to me, I'm going to say something. That's why this general election is very serious.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's why I keep on saying that we need to have the ECJ out of the office of the Prime Minister.
Yeah. Definitely.
The political ombudsman, independent.
Yes. Yes, sir.
And we have been warning about these things. Because what Andrew Holness is showing Jamaican people that he will and he wants to hold on and power by any means necessary.
Power, jail cell power, I'm attack.
Yeah,
power.
Yeah, what I'm doing.
Can I just say this real quick? You know, last week the Prime Minister came out and threatened again Jamaican citizen when he said the new development over Caymanas, the housing project, and him I say it now go run by a Dan or area leader, and if you not think on a bad on a try. Remember him said that was a direct threat.
Yes.
And so my last point is Jamaica for Justice have a march on the 29th, which is next Tuesday. And I'm encouraging all Jamaicans, every mother who tears, bawl for them son of police kill, every sister will lose them brother, every girlfriend will lose them baby father or boyfriend. Wanna go to this march and support it, because this is gonna resurrect now in Jamaica for the first time a movement like Black Lives Matter. In America, in the Obama era, when he was president, Black Lives Matter rose because of police aggressiveness, brutality, and unaliving youths. And it has squashed because Black Lives Matter led the way, and billions of dollars in lawsuit was filed against the police in America. And so this movement by Jamaica for Justice, I strongly endorse it. It's not an anti-police movement like they're trying to make it sound. It's a movement against human rights abuse and civil rights abuse and constitutional rights abuse and the mistreatment of the youths them in Jamaica. So that's what I wanted to say. Everybody in Jamaica go support it, because on a life to stay on the sideline and watch things happen, then on a murmur and complain. If we don't go out and lend on a voice and support, them are gonna laugh after Jamaica for Justice and say, oh, them is nothing. But if we not go out in numbers means a lot to politicians. This is what rose Martin Luther King, Dr. King to power. When they saw in the civil rights era, the amount of black people are marched on Washington, D.C. against the government, it got Congress and the government attention. Over to you, Father Lawrence.
But, just let me finish this. As it relates to what Andrew Holness is doing in terms of his calculation, right? He believes that he's a narcissist. Sometimes you have to try to understand the way how he's thinking. He believes that by him not calling out the wrongdoing of the police, he will get the support of the police votes. No, I'm telling you how he's thinking.
Yeah.
He believes that he wants to serve himself to supporting the police force and the army.
Yes.
And he wants to spread. You understand? That sort of said, okay, I with you. I support the police.
So who will charge him when them forget lock up?
Exactly. That's the message that he's sending to them, seeking their votes. You have to understand how the evil working.
Yes.
Andrew Holness. Each time I tell people that Andrew Holness is 100% pure evil. So Andrew Holness is going after the police votes by not saying anything, or his administration saying anything, or discipline these police officers. These police officers, you understand, sort of have the situation that the government are back with and support with, the government are the defend with. That is the statement that Andrew Holness is making. But he's wrong, because I'm going to tell Andrew Holness something, what Andrew Holness don't realize. Whenever the People's National Party come with manly eyes, unite, no matter if all of the policemen them in the force and the army support you, they cannot stop the People's National Party power.
Baron.
Yes.
Make a break down a quick thing with me and you right now with Andrew and the police force. Because he not have no sense, right? He not have no sense, He might just lie this man and him try to trick him way out. Let me tell you something. The police force. How much in the police force? 14,000?
Yeah.
You're roughly about that.
Just think about we have 2 million people vote. 2 million.
Exactly.
And the soldier like 6,000, 5,000, like 6,000, 20,000.
You're roughly about 6,000.
All right, so it's spread out. Put it at 20,000. It's spread out over Jamaica.
Yes.
That can't put you away,
And what other way? What we need to tell him?
And for the man, the man that can talk to me. Let me tell you, you commissioner where your feet are at the eagle around that. Now,
And
So
what we need to tell him,
the amount of mandates now in our police, them and them are really mandates, them not in the bad egg them.
Exactly. Why not understand that you have a lot of policemen and women right now in the foolishness?
They're not
going to get them vote.
But Byron, when we put it together now, I'm going to show him say even if it's at 20,000 and it's spread out in every part, where you come from, you can have your vote. So if it's spread out like that, what I do to your brother? Nah, do nothing to you. That you put 20,000, but remember, you don't have the 20,000. Me can tell you this.
Yes.
You have someone there, them are watching me right now, from them officer and everything. When me done, them are call me. Them not in a Google to, you know. Them not in a them, you know, because we know it's a beer labor right up there, you know.
Yeah.
Me not asking me, I tell you no. Them,
all right.
the side of one, you know.
Hold on now. This is what we know definitely say Andrew Holness is not a smart person.
Yes.
No, it's not. He's
He's
incompetent.
not a smart person because number one, the sort of police who is going to want to support Andrew Holness
criminal
is what we call those gazetted rank officers.
Yes.
You understand? And guess what? They are minority within the police force. The rank and file police members not going to support Andrew Holness.
No.
They're aware. So again, majority of the police, they are going for PNP. Majority of the army, rank and file, they are going for PNP. It's only administrative staff that want to continue the criminality and the status quo of the corruption. Only those you will get, and only few. So Andrew Holness, you are wrong. And you need to call out the abuse of the police. Some of these police who are doing the abuse, you need to call them out and you need to have them disciplined.
Hear this, brother. Hear this.
And God bless you all.
Hear this.
Blessed night, colleagues. This is Ari Bean Sergeant and Chairman for the Jamaica Police Federation. We have been receiving numerous calls at the office, via text, and in our WhatsApp group about the short payment again of overtime. I realize the frustration. We have been intervening as best as possible. We have been reaching out to the workforce management team for them to try and fix and bring clarity to the persons who are so affected at the respective divisions. I am hoping that this will be resolved in short order. Again, I'm going to encourage persons. The divisional scheduler needs to communicate with the managers at WMS base because they need to see the timesheets and the actual hours work. And if it is that you were not paid for previous months, ask your scheduler to do a resubmission, right? Because you have worked the hours already and you must be paid. Keep safe, stay focused, and God bless you all.
That's Arlene Martin can say. Arlene, may you have it too, you know. We know that I like go to the public. I tell you, the eagle there everywhere. So when you send that, we get it too. See?
We have it too, man. We have it too.
So we have it. That may I tell us, so we have it. So we're gonna get it. I just put it all together.
We have it, man.
I'm going to play it.
So let's just say this to Andrew.
Yes.
Right? And this goes to show us that Duckans are eat out him brain, you know. Because if Duckans wasn't eating out Andrew Holness' brain, all of the bang around with him involved in he wouldn't have.
Right.
He wouldn't have. He wouldn't have. Because, and that is one of the reasons why I am telling, you know, the economists in Jamaica that listen, what you all need to do is to speak of the corruption and the economic shock that it gives Jamaica. Andrew Holness corruption is what bring the economy in the state that the economy is in.
Yes.
Nothing else.
We have recession.
Corruption.
Corruption caused the recession. Yep.
It's corruption.
Not buried. Corruption.
Yes. Not buried.
No.
It's corruption.
Yes.
Right.
Are we in a recession right now, same way, you know? And by the way, Andrew Holness, look here where you do your PR them now work, and you single-handedly destroy the JLP. You single-handedly destroy the JLP. They have no credibility. I remember it run off from you. Remember, Mama called them and thing in there, but you are the worst one So when you did it right now, you know, Byron, and him at the way to draw down the JLP, you know, them know, you know. Them know. Can them sit down and a chat? I say, watch him now, learn the move on. You see, he might get when him done with we, you know. Them know.
Yeah, but a week, the whole of them weak. Andrew one individual. If you see him not good for the party, I don't love the party, you should him out.
Yeah, but
who is Andrew Holness?
They use them for commit dirt, so them can't do nothing about it.
I mean,
I mean, the whole of them, you know, them contrive against the Jamaican citizen, you know.
Exactly.
So we know the whole of them mix up. You understand? But regardless of that, no man, no single individual is bigger than the party that they represent or that they support. The party is bigger than them. The party will be here for many, many years while them gone a boneyard. So at times, Jamaican people become very critical of what they are dealing with when it comes to politics. Know the rights that you have as a voters. Know that the rights when you give to a politician is to serve you well, not to serve themselves. Hold them accountable. Yeah?
Yes.
Stand up against them. Because when them come in politics, them coming like some hungry mangy dog when them coming out of constituency and look representation. So enough to make them grow back here upon themselves without proving them worth. If them a mangy dog, them a mangy dog always. Run them with them shenanigans, man. Don't make no politician come tell you about water and road and them hungry your Easter bun and cheese. What the politician them need to give is a real Jamaica. A Jamaica that you can be proud of. A Jamaica that regain its credibility on the world stage. A Jamaica that tourism is not scared to come on holiday. That will help the tourism sector grow. That will also spill over into the local economy. Because we want a Jamaica when tourists come to them to go all out. And stop hiding them in the concrete jungle. Stop hiding them in the hedonism. Stop hiding them in the cocaine then. Free up the tourists them. Make the tourists them have an experience of what Jamaican is all about. Make the local economy can strive alongside the tourism sector. So if a government now plan to put Jamaica into that perspective where Jamaica can once again hold it set up high, then people we have problem.
Who want to take that?
All right, with that I say now. Good day, Wayne. The tourism sector right now in shambles. This is the first Easter we have gone through and not seen an influx of tourists in the second city. Business have been complaining about this. Everybody questioning, go up some more with the video. What is going on? But the Minister of Tourism is silent. Recently, him run out about Emirates coming to Jamaica, which was not true. It's bad here. Nothing good in Jamaica right now. Yeah, man.
And then we get
yes, see them 5:10 p.m.
You know, we can't show them the video. Because them have a place down there, because tourists, for the not come, the people them have less than 40%. Nothing not turn up. So them a ball too. Them not the tourism sector, them a ball. See? So when I job post, we have people all over, remember, you know, all the eagle work, you know, we have the whole thing and we can show in the video and show in our light up. Door and put it around here. See, you know what going on, you can't trick with the PR. Yeah.
Father Lonesome, that means alive. Ed Bartlett tell him say I'm gonna break around and be a house. Tourist workers. You see what wicked him is.
Wayne. Now we're run out left for now, you know, because I have left out earlier morning. So.
All right, so you know, no, we're running, but before me
All
run,
we are gonna run now, man. The show was supposed to wrap up at the time, you know.
Before me run, but for play this because this a cockatoo, say people. And Cocotti, this is 2019 when them thief up the money, I picture them and everything, and Cocotti has a loan some a tune. What's a tune? Andrew Holness, I phone a tune this, you know. Cocotti, rest in peace, brother. No love.
Yeah, man. Salute the great man.
I want some Cocotti. Hear this.
What do you say? Coco. How about that?
Yeah, man. When you hear this, I want some Cocotti. Hear this.
What do you say?
Oh!
And take your rightful praise. Full time now politicians get some slap in them face. Poor people tax money, them no stop waste. Find a politician, them a thief. Make we lock them up, light them up and bring them out the street. Make we boss them up, find them in a corruption. Make police and soldier cuff them up. So long them a big innocent poor people, them under fool them up. There's some criminals on the loose. Time now we put them neck in a noose. Gotta make them hide up in the trees up like foul roos. Running at the bush like chicken and hide from mongoose. Because of these guys even the table broke. So make them start at first and start more blows. Aye. Na 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 na. Why those them even care about poor people tax money, I swear. Well, they've been robbing left, robbing right, in our sight, stealing poor people day and night. Those guys divide so much scam. Them even thieving money from education. And when you think they're right, everything gone wrong. The money gone from down a petrol jam. We find the politician, them a thief. Make we lock them up, tie them up and bring them out the street and make we box them up.
Go! Send it down here. Send it down.
Kiss them up. At time they will brush them up.
Oh, yeah,
Matcha. Up the mighty race.
Oh, yeah,
stand and take your rightful place. Full time no politicians get some slap in at them face. What people tax money, them no stop waste. When you find a politician, them a thief. Make we lock them up, tie them up and bring them out the street. Make we pass them up.
Yeah, man.
A number one tune this woman. This is a number one tune. Reality tune. And this one fight against, you know, we want to clean up a country. Yes, we have to clean up a country. And I love that, you know. You have to stand up, because you know, so we stand up, I'm up there, you know. It have to clean up.
Yeah,
too much corruption.
Definitely.
It's have too much corruption and go on. This is a tune here. Every single district, if you play them tune.
Yes.
Stop playing the garbage. Right. Let the man them stop trick with people, especially.
You hear that? Hey.
Yeah, man. Man.
Better all that.
Send that to me now.
Can't get to man.
Send that to me.
Better, yeah, man, yeah, get that, man. Yeah, oh, it's a mouse, man. Brothers.
Blessings.
Yeah, man. Take respect.
Yeah. People.
You know. 16 track on
Sunday, but you know, Titans are Thursday. So Andrew Holness, I always born here, yeah? Brother, right. Yeah?
Bless, man.
Bless.
Titans, not worry about it. 1 a.m.
Start packing because you